This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the sweetest pea, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's Independent Weekend podcast where we break down all the best happenings of the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta, I'm wrestling, and what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Pentacero.
That's called scanning, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boy.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Patty Ray.
I'm Sky.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week? The Rats lost!
If you got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
There's the boss.
Hey!
The man with the finest beard on this screen.
Canadian boys, shut the hell up. Let me talk.
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night.
It is.
It is 8 p.m.
That it is.
You all know what that means. It's Between Two Beards. We're here.
Yeah, how are you doing, buddy?
Not well.
Huh?
Not well.
Something happened?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it? Safe space?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't quite know. I mean, it still doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah. What doesn't make sense? Does it not make sense to you that Fernando's in the chat?
No, that makes sense.
Fernando in the chat.
Yeah. No, those are our loyal.
Ryan Sullivan wants to know what happened.
Those
He's
are loyal.
in the chat.
Yeah, those are our loyal.
I figured
friends.
he'd be here today.
of all
Yeah.
days.
Those are my loyal friends. They hear most weeks, if not every week. I appreciate that. No. It's very, I, in my old age, especially when it comes to sports, I've seen enough of this type of stuff to happen in all of sports, not just with my teams, but in all of sports, to be the guy. It's a business and shit happens. And I am one of the people that are usually saying around here that people get too attached to the players. But every so often, it seems like once every, this is 2 years in a row for me, but it seems like once every 5 or 6 years, the teams in my neighborhood that I root for are just like, oh, we have this, we have this very good player to generational player. Let's just get rid of him.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
Who needs them?
Yeah. Who needs Mookie Betts?
Yeah.
Who needs Tom Brady after he won you 6 rings and just wanted 2 more years to finish his career on the same team? Who needs him? Who needs Rafi Devers? That might have actually worked out because he's a pile of trash right now. But who needs Rafi Devers?
Yeah. Why?
And apparently,
why exactly.
And apparently, who needs Jaylen Brown? Because
who went where? What do you mean, JPJ?
Apparently, my basketball team is totally okay with just getting rid of a second All-NBA guy, top 10 to 12 player in the league, who's been here for a decade, been to 5 Eastern Conference Finals, 2 finals, won a championship.
Before you go full Boston anger on this one, I have to ask, and I'm being as sincere as I can be about this. I am an outsider to the Boston. I like sports. I follow it. I pay attention, but I don't live in Boston, and I don't.
Not going well.
I didn't grow up. Yeah, I was going to say.
Received well. This is not.
Going to say, and I didn't grow up with the lore but this is one of the most historic franchises, if not the most historic franchise
in the NBA.
In NBA history, one of the most classy organizations in NBA history, where they always seem to make the right move at the right time, and it always seems to work. Remember, they traded Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett,
which led to us getting Jaylen Brown,
right,
and Jason
exactly.
Tatum.
But what I'm saying is, everybody was like, "Whoa, you're going to cut
just 2 years ago.
You're going to cut the cord on this," and it was, and I've never seen this happen. This is wild to me. This is crazier. Maybe not crazier than Luka, but this is crazy.
So, all right, because this all started. There were rumblings. Listen, Jaylen Brown has been thrown in trade discussions every offseason for like 4 years. That's just how basketball goes, all right? It's just how basketball goes sometimes. And he clearly, and I love Jaylen Brown, but he takes that personally, clearly. And he's spouted off about it before. But I think this year, and we talked about it sparingly through everything, this year, with Tatum being out in the regular season, he had his first opportunity to be the dude. The only guy, the main guy, and he was really, really good. He was a top 5 MVP candidate for the majority of the year until Tatum came back, and then he had to kind of step back a little bit, and but he got MVP votes. It was a horrific end to the season, obviously, with the choke job to Philly, in which he was outplayed, oddly enough, by Paul George in the last 3 games of that series, who, again, I'm not even at the trade yet. I'm talking just, all right? That happens, and then he does dumb things. He goes on the Twitch. He says, best season ever, funnest season ever. Okay, that's not a smart thing to say. That didn't go over well with the fan base. Clearly, it didn't go over well with people in the front office. And then, and we talked about it sparingly, but we talked about it where it was like, they're going to have to trade this guy. This is not going to be, whatever. And then it really started to heat up with the Giannis stuff. And we were going to go. It looked like we were going to go after Giannis. And it felt like there was a day or so chance where we were going to get Giannis and it was going to be Jaylen. And then that didn't happen. And he went to the Heat. And then It just and then we get to this, and it's like,
yeah.
You trade him, and you get Paul George, a 36-year-old
Veteran presence, dude. That's what you're looking for.
Fine. Look at
Veteran presence.
And I will say, it's a horrific trade. It's the worst trade in the history of the franchise. Honest to God. It's a horrific trade. But with that being said, I do think people around here, Paul George, yes, he's not Paul George from 10 years ago, but he's still now like one of the 3 to 4 best players. Like, he's better than any of the guys that were coming off the bench playing the wing last year, Paul George. So, like, it's a terrible trade. But, like, it's not like he's going to be useful. There are going to be stretches in games and maybe even in the schedule, a week's worth, where he's going to win us basketball games and he's going to be straight buckets, just drilling shots. So let's not act like we're getting
PEDs.
Well, but like, and he does, but yeah, and like Sullivan said, he's old and he gets hurt. That's the issue. So again, the Celtics' future, I don't think they're done. I would assume they're not done. I think this was one giant move to set up other moves. I've heard packaging the picks and some of those young bench guys and looking at Trey Murphy from New Orleans.
You mean the bench guys that were off limits in the Giannis trade?
Well, no, we're not going to get rid of Hugo.
No, we can't.
Come on now.
God forbid.
Can't get rid of Hugo Gonzalez.
Baylor Shireman, okay.
Okay, no, I actually like.
You can like him all you want, but he ain't fucking Giannis.
No.
You go.
Look at, but I sat here and I said we should keep Jaylen Brown, but one of, if not the only guy, I would be okay with. If they would have made that trade for Giannis, I still would have been preferred not to.
I didn't fall asleep, Grandmaker, and yes, that's just intently listening.
And then it's just like, all right, you get these. It was just the things that irked me the most about it is it didn't need to happen now at all. Like, we still have the whole offseason. Like, the offseason just started. We have this whole offseason to go. He's under contract for 3 more years. And Shams came out with the report, and then he said, from what I know, he never asked for a trade. He never asked for a trade. So that all happens.
Where's Jason Tatum in all this? Why did he come out and say, I want my brother in arms? I need him.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Jason Tatum's like overly excited today either.
I mean, all he had to do was come out once and just say, hey man, I won a championship with this guy. I want to win more with him. And that would have been perfectly fine. But he didn't. He was just dead silent. And it just felt like the Celtics were eager to get rid of this guy. And it's like, I don't understand why you are eager to make your team worse. We are worse today than we were yesterday. And I don't understand that. And the thing that bothers me the most, if you got to trade the player, what the fuck are you trading him to the 70 Philly?
After they embarrassed you in the playoffs.
Divisional rivals. I don't care about that.
No, but I'm saying, after you embarrass them in the playoffs, then you immediately trade them. It's like
divisional conference. We play these guys in the playoffs almost every year. Now I want Jaylen Brown to succeed. I love Jaylen Brown, but I
love Mrs. Pluggo, who's in the chat, by the way.
She's in the chat. We do need to do this.
Yes, before she runs away from us.
Yes,
I don't think she sits through the full show. I could be wrong, but
maybe. I want Jaylen Brown to succeed. I love that guy. He's my favorite player on the team. I want him to succeed. But I can't have him. No, you send him there. It's like, why would you send him to one of your the Red Sox traded Mookie Betts the endeavors the furthest away they literally could in the Dodgers and they're like, you go across the fucking country because we don't want to think about you anymore.
Yeah,
you send this guy to a team that we're going to play 6 times a year in the regular season and most likely in the playoffs, and he's going to want to put our heads on a fucking stake because he's going to feel slighted and be like, oh, I'm going to prove to you that you should have kept me. Mm-hmm. Why would you do that? It makes no sense.
And I have to imagine there was other packages out there.
But according to people in the league, it seems like they've worked.
That's crazy.
He's a top
Second team All-NBA. I would say he's a top 10 to 15 player in the league, coming off his best season he's ever had, and he's only 28. He's entering or in the beginning of his prime. That is insane. That is insane to just be willingly and then I see reports of these fucking nerds with their analytics, and they're like, well, technically, the Celtics were actually better when Jaylen Brown was off the floor. Efficiency, go fuck yourself.
47 and 10 or something like that.
Go fuck yourself. I'm almost, I'm sure that the Celtics would have won 56 games last year if Jaylen Brown wasn't on the team. I'm sure that would have happened.
Those nerds analysts guys were just saying he was part of the team, but he wasn't the focal.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
So now my follow-up question to you is, what do we do when he faces your Celtics? Do we root against Jaylen, or
No, we're gonna give him a stand. Well, here's what you do.
He's gonna get
the loudest.
Yeah,
the loudest and longest standing ovation in that building in the last decade, 15 years. And then the second that ends and they play the tribute video and he does his wave, he's the enemy. But here's the thing. What I know of Jaylen Brown, and part of the reason why I love Jaylen Brown, is he's going to become the villain when he's in Boston. He's going to live up to that because that's who he is. He's tough. He's gritty. He's an asshole when he needs to be. He's gonna kick. He's gonna kick Larry Bird in the nuts. Well, I don't know about that. He's a respectful fella. He's terrific. He's everything you want.
He's gonna go full heel in Boston.
He's just everything you want in a player. He's good. Does he have deficiencies? Yeah, he doesn't have a great handle. He can't go left. He has deficiencies. He's not a perfect player. He's flawed, but he's a great fucking player, and he's always works hard, always plays hard, never gives up, and he does stuff off the court that is equal, if not more important, than he does on the court. The shit he did for the city of Boston, charity work, civil rights, he was one of the perfect players, and he's a legend. And I just
says he's gonna spit on the leprechaun.
No, he's not Kyrie Irving. He's not a piece of shit. He's not a piece of shit human being. Like Kyrie Irving, that fucking bum. He's not like that. But he's gonna be he's gonna live up to it. He's gonna throw it in our faces. And I think there will be Celtics fans. I am probably one of them. I hope it's not in the playoffs. But if he comes to their first game in the Garden, and he drops 45 and they beat us, good. I'm going to be snickering. Good. But, trade him anywhere. Philly? Philly and the Knicks. Why would you? That would be if the Patriots came out tomorrow and were we got to get rid of Drake May, and we traded him to the Dolphins. The hell you doing that? I don't want to see that guy twice a year. Why are you doing that for? Makes no sense.
I thought it was a good trade. Just kidding.
Yeah, well, it's a good trade for Philly. They gave up nothing.
Good trade for Philly.
Those two first-round picks ain't going to matter. They're going to be
all
good.
All of a sudden, LeBron's hey, man, there's a spot open at the power forward, huh?
Now, again, I said at the beginning, when we talk about now post-Jaylen Celtics, which is disgusting, I can't imagine that's it. I can't imagine they're all right, we're good. I have to assume they're looking to acquire. They're not going to get anybody that's of Jaylen's caliber, clearly. No. But I assume they're looking to get a younger, a Trey Murphy's a name that was even in discussions of somebody that they could move Jaylen for.
But is New Orleans even trading anybody? They're New
Orleans. I know
they don't ever trade anybody.
I actually heard when we had Jaylen that the Celtics were interested in getting Trey Murphy and Zion from New Orleans with Jaylen and pieces and stuff like that. Yeah,
I got a hot take.
They went in there looking for Edgecombe. They wanted Edgecombe. They wanted Edgecombe and George in the picks, and Philly said no, and then they just ended up fucking just taking George. What would you just say?
I was saying hot take. The New Orleans Pelicans should just cease to be a basketball team altogether.
Listen.
Move them.
Where are you going to put them?
I'm sure there's somebody that'll pay the fee.
I don't know. I feel like New Orleans
is such a weird basketball culture down there. It's not
yeah,
great.
no, but they had the New Orleans Jazz way back in the. I mean, they've had a team for a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't mean.
Yeah.
Sixers bullied them. Just said nope.
Yeah. Is it Javante? No, from Denver. No, that's not Javante Murray.
The only thing.
Who's the one from Denver? Is it Javante?
No, it's Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
But. Yeah. The only reason I think you want, if you're going to do it, you do it now. If you're doing it now, I'm only playing devil's advocate. I don't agree with you. I agree with you. I don't think is that they just wanted to get it over with so it didn't plague the off season. They could just figure it out from there. Maybe like you said, maybe there is a move or two left that they can make. I don't know how much flexibility they have. Paul George makes $58 million a year for the next two. So you're not moving Paul George unless somebody's salary dumping him.
No, but we could move those picks. We could move those picks in like Hauser and a couple of the young bench guys.
Hugo, baby.
We're not going to move Hugo. It feels like he's.
I just love.
But we signed.
I know,
but not only did we sign Mitchell Robinson, we signed Mike Conley. We got like 12 years older.
They were I know
year-old, and we signed for a 36-year-old, and then we signed a 38-year-old
zombie Mike Conley.
What are we getting? What are we getting a decade and a half older as a team for? Someone make this. What are we doing?
Maybe that's what they thought they were missing last year, was just the veteran savvy.
Sure. You know, Jaylen Brown's been in the league for 10 years. He's a veteran.
Not enough.
Tatum's been in the league for 8.
Not enough adversity. He's got.
They've been in the playoffs and almost the Eastern Conference Final every fucking year of their existence.
They went Mark Henry on this bitch, and they're like, he's gonna win it when he's 37. He can't win it now. He's too young to win it now. We can't have him be great now. We got to move on. We got to get older.
Unbelievable.
Jesus, man, you're having a tough time up there in Boston.
It's brutal. That is
a horrific. Celtics.
It's a horrific trade. We're gonna be fine. Like we're not gonna be we're gonna make the
enjoy that 7th seed, brother.
But you have to understand one thing: the Eastern Conference sucks. Now Philly will be good. Philly will be really good now. The Knicks, I understand the Knicks won the championship. The
Pacers are going to be better.
Pacers will be better, but the Eastern Conference is not.
Bulls got a little bit better.
I did like the Bulls draft. Look at the East will be fun, but they're not. It's not a power. The West is the big.
But I'm saying, and then you got Giannis,
and again, and like we were talking for a quick minute before we came on last year, without Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Pritchard, Derek White, and a bunch of young guys got 56 wins. So if Tatum is fully healthy and good to go, and this move, which again I don't agree with, but this move allows them to go to Tatum and go, all right, man, you don't have to share things anymore. This is your team, and he has offensive freedom to do whatever he wants. He's gonna win the scoring title.
No, you know what it was? They were like, listen, Jaylen, you're making us look bad because you like to drive the lane. We like to shoot threes.
No, because I think Paul George is the different, like he shoots, but I think Paul George is a different type. And we get Mitchell Robinson. I think we're gonna play a little bit different.
Mitchell Robinson is and I have no place to say anything about athletic ability, but that man moves so awkward. It looks like it hurts.
Oh yeah. But I actually like that signing a lot. That's exactly what
this is him. This is him up the court. He's like, "What's up?"
Let's just foul that depth. Big man depth with that defense and rebound. That's what we. That's the one of the. I mean, I like Kata and I like our, but like we made that terrible trade and got rid of Simons for Vujovic. What is it? Vucevic, and that didn't work. He stunk.
Where did he just signed with the Sixers? Simons.
Yeah.
So they're loading up.
Yeah, and look at good for them. Whatever. It's just, the whole thing's baffling. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not going to make sense. They haven't talked about it yet. I assume at some point there has to be a press conference of sorts to A, welcome Paul George, and B, Brad you need to at least give me some bullshit excuse that you're going to say.
Right.
And Brad Stevens is smart, and he won Executive of the Year last year.
He's going to say, we thought this was the best fit for the franchise.
And I'm going to be like, show me how. How the fuck?
If to the analytics nerds of the world, if Jaylen Brown was the 7th best player on the Celtics, what do you think Paul George is going to be?
Dumb.
Who's your 13th, 14th, 10-day contract guy? Paul George is going to be hanging out with them.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
Speaking of decisions, we're going to move on to wrestling.
Maybe. I mean, I got my
Femi made a decision.
I don't want.
Yeah. I got some thoughts on that one.
Well, yeah, we're going to dive into that.
He won the King of the Ring on Saturday. That's all you have to say. The match was fine. He didn't. Two things about this whole situation on that end could be true. Obafemi absolutely should have won King of the Ring, and Obafemi should have absolutely not even been in the tournament. Those are two statements that are absolutely true.
That's fair.
But you put him in, and here we are.
Look at, okay. So Night of Champions obviously is on Saturday. They open up the show, King of the Ring finals, Ober and Jay. Match was all right, under 8 minutes, quick. And I'm sitting there going, all right, where's Brock? Brock's going to come out in costume. Jay's going to win this. I'm about to lose my mind. But Ober just beats him, and I go, all right. So Ober's getting a title match at SummerSlam.
Full stop. Probably go ahead, but go ahead. If you want to finish that
and I just went I don't know what. Yeah, all right, they're doing
You went, they're actually going to just move up this timeline, and they're going to do Oba and Roman at SummerSlam. That's exactly what everybody thought.
I said, holy crap, they're going to do. I think I even tweeted. I went, oh my God, they're actually going to do it. They're actually just going to do it and give them the belt at SummerSlam because they're not going to mess around. It's going to be crazy. I cannot believe they're doing this. Okay, so that happens. Then the middle of the show is kind of, I thought there were two highlights of this show on Saturday. I thought Obafemi, the match wasn't the best, but Obafemi actually winning the King of the Ring, I thought was a highlight. And then if you fast forward all the way to the main event, the triple threat match I thought was solid all the way through. And then Sami friggin' Zayn rolls up Cody and becomes the undisputed WWE champion for the first time in his career, 10 years on the main roster, 0-9 going for world titles. Finally.
He's still 0-13 against Drew McIntyre, though. We got to get that.
Yeah. Sami Zayn is the world, and I thought that was all. Everybody was.
That was awesome too. But even now, that decision.
Well, so that happens. Then we get to Monday.
Real quick, we're gonna go out. We're gonna before we die because I got a lot of thoughts of the Oba stuff.
Yeah.
Io Sky wins over Liv Morgan, and immediately goes, "I challenge you at SummerSlam."
I said a month ago,
and I was like, "Jesus Christ!" I was like, "Come on." So we went from having the potential to have 3 fresh SummerSlam matches to no fresh SummerSlam matches. They're all run backs. They're all reruns so far. Good matches, but they're all.
Yeah, I have no problem with Io winning the Queen of the Ring.
No, 100%. Io fucking rules. But
and I like Io and Liv. They had a good match. They're gonna have another good match. I sat here and I said WWE is gonna be lazy as shit, and they're gonna just have Io beat her, and she's just gonna challenge her again at SummerSlam. And that is exactly. And I went, why couldn't you have had Io beat all the she could have beat Roxanne in the semifinal, and then the final could have been her and Raquel, and Liv could have been sitting there going, all right, I need you to beat her so I don't have to face her, Judgment Day stuff. And you could have had a cool story with Raquel kind of being like, if I win, I'm fucking taking that belt from you. You could have had this cool shit. Ooh. And Io just could have beat Raquel and then what?
Or have another storyline set up for your women's world champion and not have her in the Queen of the Ring tournament to begin with.
Yes.
That's what you should have done. But then when you put her in there, it should have been a Judgment Day final or something. Or at the very minimum, and I give me Io Sky coming out on Monday and at least playing with the idea of a decision. Humor me. She immediately was like, you and I at SummerSlam. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's run that back. Right.
Unbelievable. And then
it was a frustrating set.
Outside
of Sammy, that was that rule.
Yeah. Then we have this steel cage match. And we sat here last week with Stone Pain, and all three of us said Braun Breaker needs to win this match.
If anybody needed a win more than that, it was Braun Breaker needed a big win.
Correct. And they have this match. The first half of it was a little slow, but the second half was good. It was
I actually like that, slow, because they were talking shit to each other, sitting in the chair. Really, I thought that was okay. I didn't hate the match, but I just was like,
longest match on the show. It was a good cage match. It was brutal. They beat the crap out of each other, but at the end of the cage match, Seth Rollins just beats him again,
and it looks like the Vision's dead. Is it over?
I don't know.
Austin Theory broke up with Maxine, which I didn't know they were dating, but he broke it. He's like, we're calling, and then Paul Heyman kind of blew off Theory on Monday. We didn't see any Vision members get involved in that cage match. I was just like, okay, the Braun Breaker, who at one point in time, JPJ, you said should have beat Roman Reigns when he was in the middle of that big run.
He should have beat CM Punk on that Raw.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've had this guy heated up to this level of people were calling for these things to happen, and now
he doesn't matter. He doesn't matter.
And the guy that beat him just gets to hop the line, or he said he.
Well, I mean, he beat him. He did beat him.
No, but he gets to hop.
Oh yeah, because when it's him and Roman, he's always in the front.
He's the line.
So all right. So you have that again. Another dumb decision. Then you had Trick Williams and Ricky Saints. Fine, that match was fine. Nothing too great. And then Tiffany and Jade wasn't that great.
Tiffany and Jade, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
They just don't. I wouldn't have them wrestle each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Because they just don't have a chemistry together.
Yeah,
they just don't. It don't work, and it's not a knock on either one of them unless you want it to be. But sometimes it just don't work.
Yeah,
like Jason Taylor and Jaylen Brown. Sorry,
won a championship.
That was a shot. Actually. That was a shot. Well,
technically, I believe they won a championship together.
Oh, I don't recognize that championship.
That's just me. I think they did that.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then you had the main event. So then we get to Monday night.
Oh my God, Monday.
Femi starts the show.
By the way, why was this shit at 6:00? Like, not that I'm complaining.
They taped SmackDown after because they gave the.
Oh, that's right. 4th of July weekend. Because I was like, I was looking it up. I was trying to find it. And I was like, because it's Atlantic City, and I was like, oh, that makes sense then. Yeah, make it a 4-hour.
Which
deal.
I will say, didn't hate it. Didn't hate Raw ended at 8:30 at night.
No, I definitely enjoyed that for sure.
Yeah. Femi starts the show. Gets a hero's welcome. One would say he gets a king's welcome. The crowd is chanting, going nuts, and he starts to talk, and Brock Lesnar's music hits. Okay. And so I'm sitting here going, holy shit. And I said, Brock is going to say, hey, I want your title. Like, this is going to happen. They're actually going to for the match. I'm like, they're still going to do the thing. They're going to do the thing.
Saturday night's main event is still in play. I thought that maybe they would do it there.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, they're still going to do the thing. Brock comes out, and Brock actually Ope three-way.
Ope three-way he understands what you're going through. They just lost Giannis. You just lost Jaylen.
Yeah.
You guys we should start an NBA support
Here's
group.
The thing about that. Giannis has been basically out of Milwaukee for like 2.5 years.
Hard pass. Donnie is not real.
You know what I mean? For like they've been expecting Giannis to leave for
been
3 years.
He's been there, but he's been checked out.
Correct. Yeah. This Jaylen Brown thing happened in the span of 2.5 weeks. Nonsense.
Giannis probably bought like a new. He's like he probably went to a city and got a new cell phone with a new area code just to feel like oh, what's up with that? I'm already checked out, man. I'm ready.
Nonsense.
Yeah. So Brock is there, right?
Yes,
and even still, I'm like, okay, they're gonna do the right thing. He's the king of the fucking ring. They told us for 2 months that the King of the Ring winner
Correct.
gets a guaranteed world championship opportunity of their choosing at SummerSlam. That's what they said. Not what I said, not what I dreamed up in my fantasy booking lore. So I'm like, there's Brock's coming out here. We're going to see him in Oba at MSG, and then they're going to give Brock some weird retirement match in Minnesota that he can just,
against Gunther or somebody.
Yeah,
Whoever.
something. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's perfect.
So Brock comes out. I actually thought Brock was actually really good on the mic. I'll objectively review it. I thought this was a good seg. I thought Brock was funny. I thought he was good on the mic. That was probably the longest promo he's cut in 15 years. And he goes,
He was having a good time. When he's having fun, he's actually really good at this shit. But when he's trying to be just like the beast incarnate, his promos suck. But when
he was saying, fun, he was like, when I'm not here, you call me a coward, you call me a bitch. He goes, Paul says you're even a great promo, and he goes, not like me. That's why I got Mr. Heyman here. And I thought that was funny. That was a good line. And then he goes to Oba and he goes, hey, you know what they say? Talk shit, get hit, kicks him in the nuts. And then he gives him an F5 and they walk off. And then Oba grabs a mic and Oba says, hey, you say I say it behind your back. Well, I'm looking at you right now and you're still a bitch. And he goes, I want you, Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi. And he says, at SummerSlam. And then I go, and then even in this moment, still I'm like, holy shit, they're going to have him fight twice. They are actually going to fucking do this, where they are going to have him beat Brock and Roman in the same weekend. That is what they're going to do. And then one thing I didn't expect to happen, which I actually liked, was Brock grabs the mic again and he goes, you want a match? You're on, but one stipulation, Hell in a Cell. And I'm like, oh, well, beautiful. Hell in a Cell. All right, that's wonderful. So we fast forward a little bit later into so everyone's like, oh shit, here we go. We fast forward a little bit later into the evening, and Adam Pearce is out back dealing with whatever chaos that he deals with on a segment by segment basis. And Oba walks by and he goes, hey, I need to ask you.
Please hold.
Oh,
shit. Okay. Vamp for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
What?
I'll be right back. Just vamp about it. I hold on. Please hold.
Oh my God. What is this? Wow. So then anyway, Pierce is in the back. He talks to Oba and he goes, hey, are you sure about this? And Oba says, this is not verbatim, but Oba says something along the lines of, championships will come. I can revisit that. I can get back to that whenever I choose. I am certain I need to end this. I want the match at SummerSlam. So then they make it official that at SummerSlam, it's going to be Brock and Oba inside Hell in a Cell. Now, even with that promo, I am still like, oh, okay, so they'll do that on night one, and then Oba will say, I want my match night two. And I'm still thinking we're going to be okay here. We're going to, they're going to get to where they need to go. And then Michael Cole on commentary uses the word, he says, Oba Femi has foregone or will forego his championship match at SummerSlam to fight Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell. And once he said that on promo, once he said that, and I heard the word forego, I said, kiss my ass. You can kiss my ass. That's what I said. And that is so dumb. That is so dumb. On what earth, I don't care how much you hate somebody, on what earth would anybody give up their opportunity for a world championship match? That is so dumb. I cannot believe that. And that's where I'm at. And I'm going to be honest with you. During that opening promo, I was excited. Like, as much as I don't care for the other guy, I was excited. I was like, hey, man. I was like, the third time, we all knew it was coming. I'm cool with the third time. I'm even cool with it being at SummerSlam. I think they should go hard at making Oba the most over he could ever be. And that was part of the plan. I said, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, they're just like, no, he's just giving away his world title match. And that's it's not that important. Not that important. We're just giving it away. So he entered the King of the Ring. He fought a whole tournament and won the King of the Ring. And then he was just like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'd rather fight this guy. So I don't care about that. I'll get back to that. And if that's a way for them to delay him getting his world title shot until WrestleMania or some shit, I swear. That it is just preposterous. Preposterous. And yeah. So I really don't know what else to say about that. I just thought that it was, I don't know. I just feel like WWE, even when they make the right decisions, because I feel like Oba winning the King of the Ring was the right decision, they still somehow found a way to like demean their product. And that's how I feel. So I don't know where Pluggo is. Hopefully everything's all right. But yeah, so that was that. I know Pluggo has a lot to say about the Oba Femi stuff, so obviously he needs to come back so he can say his stuff. So I don't want to move too far from it. But on the other side of it, later on in the evening, so we'll come back to the Oba stuff when he comes back, but later on in the evening, oh, there he is. This guy right here.
Sorry about that.
2 weeks in a row.
I didn't leave.
No, wait. No, it was
I haven't left in a while.
What's going on?
Whoa.
What's going on up
there? Oh, he's not feeling good. Yeah.
You vom?
Yeah. So he was sitting on the. So I took care of him. He was watching TV.
He vommed.
And all of a sudden he wasn't feeling good, and I was like, huh. Make sure he's all right. He's all right now.
All right.
What'd I miss?
No, I just went through the Oba Femi stuff and said it was stupid. I'm just kidding.
Well, it is stupid, unless you think it's not.
No, I said it was stupid. And then I said, all right, I think hopefully Pluggo should be back because I know he said he had a lot to say and I don't want to move on from it.
I just want to.
It was the dumbest shit.
I'll make it quick.
No, you don't have to make it quick.
I'll make it. Well, yeah, we got a bunch of.
Talk about it.
There were 15 other people in that tournament that would have not given up a title shot.
I said
you get in the business of listen on paper, and I listened and I heard all of the people, all of the counterpoints saying beating Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in a Hell in a Cell match is bigger deal for Oba Femi, and it puts him over. No, you know what we talk about when your career's all said and done? Your championships. You get in this business to win championships. You don't get in this business to go, oh, I want to retire Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. The stake, there's no stakes on it. It has nothing to do with it. And the other problem I have with it is, and we just talked about him. We just had a conversation about him 2 minutes before I had to leave. Oh, we're going to do this at a later date. Things change all the time. You got a guy this over, this hot. Why not just strike while the iron's hot? Because what happened to Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
Not saying that Oba Femi's going to suffer the same fate, but we never know.
Mm-hmm.
He gets cooled off or something. He gets hurt. Something happens. God forbid. All of a sudden, oh shit, we played around with it too much. And this is like, and I was thinking about it too, right? Like we talk about like how big Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns would be. Like, oh my God, like that's the match. Roman's schedule is very sporadic. So if we hold off on it, Roman takes time off. Poof goes like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to have like the triple threat of the Shield?
Mm-hmm.
When they're the Oh, how cool would it be to have all 4 horsewomen in a match for the title? Never happened.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have that. We have to have this. And again, they could have booked him out of this match, out of this tournament, not even had him in the tournament, kept the stuff going with Brock Lesnar, still ended up here. You still could have had Jey Uso, who's going to just show up on SmackDown on Friday night. And because he said Sammy doesn't have a challenger. Still could have got there if you wanted to do that. Roman and Seth could have got there. Just have Seth win the King of the Ring tournament. Easy enough. Hey, I even won the tournament to prove to you that I'm not jumping the line, even though I am the line. Hits a little different. You know, you can't avoid me. There's all these things we could have done, and they chose to go this route, which just says, again, and they just did this with Roman, where they're like, the Uafala is more important than the World Championship. Oh, a match versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in a Hell in a Cell for a grudge match is more important than the championship. Just have somebody else win the King of the Ring. Don't put him in it. And he said it'll come at a later date. Why does he get to make that decision? Pierce was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
There's no guarantee you're going to get it. And he didn't say, I'm taking my championship match at a later date. He said, the championship will be there.
Yeah. And even on commentary, Michael Cole said he will forego his championship match at SummerSlam. Forego.
Yeah.
And what I said when you were upstairs, I said, when I heard Michael Cole say that on commentary, I said, kiss my ass. That's what I said. You can kiss my ass with that.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you hate somebody. I don't care what person logically would ever give up a guaranteed championship match.
Nope. Well,
nobody
in that turn. And I know Oba is special, and I get all of that, and I understand that he struts to the beat of his own drum, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get all of that, but why would you enter the tournament knowing that this is what you wanted to do? Like knowing that, because again, during the entirety of this tournament, he never talked about winning he talked about Brock the whole time. Mm-hmm. So he had to have been thinking about, like, if I get through this King of the Ring tournament and Brock Lesnar, obviously we're going to operate under the assumption that Brock just showed up randomly on Monday and forced his hand. Right. But even that, like, you just tell Brock to piss off. Make Brock earn it. Put something on the line at least. Go, hey, you want me to give up a championship match? That you got to put your career on the line. Like, I need a reason to give up the biggest prize in the company against arguably the biggest star in the company. Whereas a match that if I win it sends me into a stratosphere that is, unprecedented for how quickly I've taken to this main roster. Mm-hmm. You got to give me something, Brock. And what happened? He goes, I want to challenge you. And then Brock goes, no, if you want me, it's in a Hell in a Cell. It's like, wait, what? So Brock's calling the shots here. Brock's got that kind of, and you told me for 2 months that this was for a title opportunity. And like I said, the other 15 people in that would have not done this. There was no other storyline where they'd be like, nope, I'm good. Javon's like, nah, I want to get back at Ethan Page. I'm going to pass on the World Championship opportunity. Right. Jey Uso. That annoyed me too, where he's just like, I'm just going to go to SmackDown. Oh, you're just going to, and which Sammy winning was dope, but now Sammy is most likely going to face Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam in a solo match. Who's or Jay, I guess. You could do Jay. Jay and him would be interesting because of the
Jay and him because of this bloodline story would be fine.
Sure.
But again, is Jey Uso a heel or a face? Is he a tweener? What is he?
He's a shit talker. He's a heel. I think he's a heel, man.
So isn't Sammy.
Yeah, maybe Jay.
I
don't know.
Everybody's happy for Sammy because he won the belt, but Sammy's a bad guy. He's a shithead bad guy right now. So you're gonna have him and Jay.
But But again, and why does he get to just waltz over to SmackDown on the coattails of Jacob Fatu, who's going over there for solo, and just challenge Sami Zayn tomorrow night? Like, he lost in the finals of the King of the Ring. Why couldn't you? Again,
because why would you have to be creative?
Because if Jay won the King of the Ring, let's just throw Oba out of it. If Oba wasn't it was Jay and anybody else. Jay wins it, he's not challenging Roman.
Yeah,
He's going to go challenge Sammy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a fresh match. Seth Rollins, if you wanted to, you're going to give him the match. There you go. He's the king of the ring, feather in his cap. And then we get Oba Brock. We end up in the same place.
Yeah.
The tournament was just a fill time.
Yeah. So we end up in the same place.
And I don't want to be that guy. And I know I'm like, take it over for a minute because I go upstairs.
Okay.
But fucking, that's like Will Ospreay going, nah, I don't want the shot at Wembley, dude.
Yeah, no,
I've decided I'd rather just face MJF regardless, or I'd rather face Mox or whatever. I'd rather face whoever's pit. And I don't mean to like mix companies, but that would be like, again, that would be Mercedes going, you know what? I think I'm just going to fight Athena.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't optically make sense. It tells your audience whether you want to agree or disagree that it's a bigger opportunity for Oba to retire Brock and do all this. Well, how's that working out for Gunther? All these retirements. They don't know what to do with the guy, and he can't take a clean loss. Nope. He's in this weird purgatory. But whether you want to disagree or agree, you just told me that the top prize in your company, or second to top price, or one of them, is not the marquee matchup at SummerSlam. Is not worth it. I'd rather do this. It's like, all right, cool, I guess. And it was just a bummer on that front. And I know that everybody's talking about it and it's been beaten to a dead horse this week. But I don't think those people are wrong. Like, usually I go, okay, people are just parroting other. No, I think people are generally like, why did you have me sit through this King of the Ring tournament just to do this? Just to end up pulling it out and just that, we're not getting a King of the Ring championship match like you promised us. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it just
like, again, Oba and Brock's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome in a Hell in a Cell. I'm sure they're gonna do something crazy.
Oh yeah,
Seth and Roman's gonna be great. Those two have great chemistry together. We've seen it a handful of times already. Mm-hmm. Sammy, and whether it's Jay, whether it's Cody, we know that the matches are gonna be fine. They're just not. They're not fresh matches, and they're just. You basically gave us the matches. You could have just, I don't know. They went around to get back to, I don't know, man. I was super bummed about it. And I was just like, damn, because again, I wrestled the champ. We talk about Cena 17 championships, and then we talk about all the other things. Mm-hmm. You talk about Ric Flair 16 world titles, and then you talk about the moments. You don't go, John Cena when he beat the Nexus. Oh, and by the way, he had some championship wins too. No, it's always, that's the first thing that anybody brings up with any wrestler. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I'm not going to be sitting here in 30 years and be like, hey, retired Brock Lesnar at that SummerSlam in Minneapolis. I mean, we'll talk about it, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
We're going to be like, he gave up a world title opportunity. And then all of a sudden, something went sideways and he never got back. That's a possibility. Ask Kofi Kingston how long it took to get him back to a world title opportunity. You know what I mean? He would have, if he was in the company and he was the King of the Ring, he would have took a world championship opportunity.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I don't know. Chad Gable, he would have took one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I thought that was. It's always Cody Scott says, there's so right now as it currently stands, there's nothing for Cody to do. I didn't catch any spoilers on the tape SmackDown. I don't usually catch spoilers, so I guess we'll find out in theory tomorrow. But I imagine Cody Rhodes is probably going to stake a claim. And again, like, and just to go back to the Sammy stuff, there's no real reason for Cody Rhodes to go ask for a title shot. Sammy didn't do anything like.
No, he just beat him.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He just basically went eye for an eye with Cody. He didn't do anything dastardly, and it was a triple threat. Gunther got thrown out. The only one that I guess has a claim is Gunther goes, well, I didn't get pinned, so I want the shot. So you could do Gunther and Sammy, but we've seen that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. I don't know. Oba walking around King of the Ring going to Raw and SmackDown going, I might pick you, Sammy. I might just pick you. That's fun. For me, I like that. I like when they waited out a little bit, but they had to jump on we got to start booking these matches. It's 5 weeks out. So,
I hate the decision. I think it's stupid. I think it makes everybody look dumb.
And why didn't Pierce push it a little more? Like that's Like he just was like, all right, or I guess if that's what you want.
Yeah. No, he should have been like, it's a world title match.
If you don't take it, we don't have a main event.
Yeah.
That's what he should have said.
It's not great. I don't like it.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Then
Paul Heyman simply like breaks up with Austin Theory. He's like, yeah, I'm here. Why didn't you tell me? Poor Austin Theory.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they did have Paul Heyman basically.
Right. Jesus Christ, he's not wrong. Right. The Oba decision is the level of trading Brown to the Sixers.
Yeah.
Didn't need to do it.
Nope, didn't need to do it at all.
I mean, is there any merit? There is some merit to the whole Brock Lesnar getting the chance to retire, but they haven't put the retirement on the line yet, so they got to get there. So everybody's just assuming Brock's retiring.
Yep. I don't know, man.
I gave up a world title for this. Okay, all right.
It's just not. It's just not
5-minute match. This is fine.
Yeah.
Again,
well, I mean, telling us. I mean, I expect this to be
10. They'll go 10, 15.
Yeah, it's just like, dude.
Yeah,
We
just saw it with Braun Breaker, and that's I think maybe that's why I'm so upset about it, because it's like I'm a very pro strike while the iron's hot. I've seen a lot of people say, "Well, Oba's got to win it at WrestleMania," and I'm like, "Yeah, you know what else is cool? Walking into WrestleMania as champ."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Everybody can't always win, and that's a ways away. And there's so much stuff that could go down between now and then. That if you get too cute and too in the pocket, you end up trading Jaylen Brown to the Sixers. You know what I mean? Like that's just, and I'm obviously I'm taking a shot there, but that's kind of what happened with the Celtics. They got everything just got, and it blew up in their face, and that could happen. I just don't want it to happen. That guy is so good. He's so over. He's a star. We all know Roman's a star. We all know Roman's the man. Make a new one. Make a new star.
They refuse. They absolutely refuse to do so. Again, and a couple months ago when they had Brock beat him at the pay-per-view, I sat here and I went, "This is a dumb decision. It's a dumb decision." I said they absolutely refuse to go 100% in on somebody, and I brought up Braun Breaker and I said, "Dude, last October when he speared Seth, there was no debate in anyone's mind that guy was the next guy."
Yeah.
And then right now, what do we think about him? He does not matter anymore.
It's
ridiculous.
You want to take it a step further. Even Gunther, a guy that is established and is a star, he got the retirement rubs from John Cena, Goldberg, AJ Styles, and now we're struggling to figure out what to do with him because everybody's going, well, he can't take a loss. He's the guy that retired John Cena. Oh, he can't lose clean, so we got to do triple threat matches with him. You're booking yourself into these moments where like people are going, well, we can't get out of it. Of course this makes sense. We can't have Oba actually face Roman Reigns.
Why?
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like they're going, we can't do it
they
now.
Don't want either guy to lose. And that's how they operate. They operate on they don't operate on, hey, let's just have a banger match. And at Forbidden Door on Sunday, Swerve Strickland lost.
Oh, I was going to take it a step further. At Forbidden Door Sunday, didn't we all talk? After everybody said Mercedes Moné and Maya World was an absolute banger. One of the matches if not the match of the night. And guess what they did? Maya World did lose, but they made a star out of her.
Correct.
Your point. Swerve lost. He's okay. Bandito lost. He's like, it's okay to lose. This is a combat sport where losses do happen. But they're just afraid to dink anybody or drop anybody down a peg. And it's like, you got to, because you have this problem where you got these guys and these other guys can't break the ceiling. And if you think, if it's bad for Oba Femi, now again, he's getting a huge high profile match at SummerSlam. I think it is a huge high profile match, but it's not the one that I think he should be in.
Correct.
But what about all these other guys? What about these Trick Williams, he got the loudest pop of the night at Night of Champions, right? Like, what's going to happen when he becomes even more undeniable? Are we going to do this song and dance? Well, we can't put it on Trick right now.
Yes.
they got to do something. They got to figure out a way to navigate that. They need to have some people start taking some losses and building some people up. And that also what that does for your program, it makes you go, in the NBA, all about parity. NFL, if you're first place, you get the hardest schedule. If you're last, we're all, and I'm not saying wrestling needs to become even across the board, but on any given night, I want to be like, oh shit, that guy could actually get the win here. It was a chalk night of champions until Sammy.
Yeah,
everything was chalked up, and then they did the thing on Monday, and
yeah,
and then
it's not great.
It's just like I don't know what we're doing, and then we're running EO and Live back, which is cool, but it's also we're running that back on no storyline other than I beat you at Queen of the Ring, and I'm just going to challenge you again.
Yep, and then I did think, the Seth and Roman stuff was really good at the end of Raw. I thought that was a great promo segment between the two. Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of history there, the Shield, and they mentioned everybody, and there's just a ton of history there. That's a story that never gets old. It's been a while since they've kind of had the one-on-one stuff, and I just think that's going to be really, really good. It's going to main event night 2, most likely, of the show. And the promo is really good with these two. And that feels like and again, I would have rather a different thing, but I feel like that's really the only thing that they kind of got right.
Well, it's an easy layup. They got the Shield. They got the Shield story in there, and they can just tell that history, right?
But again, they got, instead of just doing what they should have done and had Seth win the King of the Ring, you get to the match you want anyway, but you do it at the behest of Braun Breaker and making him lose. Because if Seth doesn't win that cage match, I don't think Seth can walk out there. And I know he did say the line of like, when it's you, I'm at the front of the line no matter what. But like, honest to God, if he doesn't win that cage match, if he loses to Braun Breaker and then 2 nights later comes out and goes, Roman, it's you and me, like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So like, you do it at the.
But we could argue that they didn't need to drag out the Seth Braun Vision stuff as long as they did. They had a couple chances to just out it with all the injuries, and they decided to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Seth. Again, they're leaning on the Shield story, which we're going to tell that. But again, what you could have done is you could have had Oba in that spot and told a new story and given me more about Oba Femi and see if he can go toe to toe with Bro. I don't know. They tarnished the King of the Ring titles, Stu Jersey says. I don't know how untarnished it was before. This is kind of a newer stipulation of like, you get a title shot. It's not like it's always been this way. I still miss when it was one night. You had to run the gauntlet in a night.
I agree.
I liked that. And I also wish they wouldn't do the fatal 4-ways. I understand why they do them, so they could give themselves some outs, but I wish they were single one-on-one matchups. It tells a better story of like,
I agree.
In round 1, he went through, so-and-so went through them, and then in round 2, and then we had you have more chances for surprises, more upsets. It feels more, but I digress. I digress. I don't write this show.
Not good. Not good. Okay. I don't know because there were other, we talked about Night of Champions. We talked about Raw.
I was going to say, if I just real quick, I didn't watch Great American Bash at all, any of it, but shout out to Kendall Gray. I think that's awesome. She cut a promo. I watched NXT on Tuesday, and she cut a pretty nice promo.
Yeah.
I thought that was still that they went that decision. They pulled the trigger in NXT on a new. She's already had a title shot, I think, but
what they did with her is what we're talking about.
Yeah, they went for it, and Lola can do other things, and so shout out to her. I know we've touched base here and there on a little bit of Forbidden Door. What was your?
I mean, listen, that.
Because we also got to talk about another guy made a world title decision yesterday as well.
Another guy? What?
Kenny Omega.
Oh yeah. Well, let's lump it all in. So
Yeah. One Kenneth Omega made a decision that changes his trajectory as well.
So Forbidden Door. All right. So you didn't watch NXT. I watched.
I didn't catch it.
I saw the opening match between Naraku and I thought
one-eyed Tony D, dude.
Yeah, I thought Naraku was going to win that, but they kept it on Tony D. But it seems like we're still going in that direction. So I do expect
Why
Naraku
wouldn't he
to
just
win
smack him in the face with his?
I don't know.
Because I have a little sunburn right now. You even look at it, it hurts. I can't imagine. I caught the highlights of Sugars and Lennox.
It was okay.
I was glad Sugars got the W.
Yeah,
though.
I think
I was happy
right
about that because I was like, yeah, Lennox, you know what you got in him, but I think there's something special about the Sugar Man.
Yeah. So I thought that was the right call. And then it was Kendall Gray. They announced earlier in the day that was going to be the main event of the show, and you kind of knew like this was going to be a crowning of her most likely.
Yeah.
And that was a great moment. They did that, her and Ren, and then on Tuesday. I thought the segment with her and Ren with the cake was funny, and then it was fun. And the main event match Kalani Jordan had with Tatum Paxley on Tuesday was a banger, man. That was a great match. And then we got another debut of
Nikki Blackheart.
Nikki Blackheart. She debuted, and that's just another huge addition to the women's roster and NXT. They just kind of keep on going,
I don't understand that, right? They do all these, and I'm not saying NXT is the best show of the week or anything like that. I'm not getting down that. That's for you to decide as the viewer. But like they are willing to try some different things, put some people in some spots, immediately put you in a main event picture, and but on the main roster, it's very like we have to. I don't know. It's weird. I guess because it is development, and that's what that's for, is to try some things. But
so that happened, and then Nick Nemeth, he won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship from Santana, and rumors has it that Santana will probably be making his way over to WWE here.
With Big Bill and Enzo Amore, are you excited about that?
I actually am excited about Enzo and Cass being back, actually, to be honest with you.
I know people.
Yeah, they were over as.
That's what I was gonna say. Listen, if I look at it strictly from an on-screen perspective, they were so over.
Dude,
you think Oba's over? They were,
and they had people reciting every show. They were funny. They were never main roster tag team champions, which is insane. But I get it. And look, there was a long time ago, and both those guys did their own damage to get themselves out of the company. I would like to think that this much later on in life that both of them have kind of grown as people. It seems like Big Bill is, he's gotten clean, he's gotten sober, and he had a great run in AEW. Underutilized run to an extent with his size and charisma, and but he showed that he turned around.
Yeah, and listen, to the same vein, like Enzo, like you say what you will about the guy, but everybody that talks about him that I've ever heard speak highly of him. Like the guys at Fourth Rope love him, and that's what he's been doing. And we'll see how it goes, what the story is there if it happens. But that would be an interesting jolt to whatever program they decide to show up on.
100%. So that happened. Obviously, Slammiversary was over the weekend as well. That from everything I've heard, it was kind of a so-so show, but it did.
I saw Jimmy from the Q was there.
Yeah, Jimmy from the Q was there. It had had the new champion at the end of the show. All that.
Santana going to NXT, or would he go main roster?
I feel like he should go to the main roster, but he's been in NXT before. So I wouldn't be shocked if they did the little quick couple month thing
Jordan
and
Gray
then
style.
Okay. But then Sunday night, Forbidden Door.
The door was forbidden, and we kicked it wide the fuck open.
I thought this was another excellent, stellar show from AEW. Listen, when it comes to the pay-per-views, we say it every time, and it's become redundant, but they literally they don't miss with the pay-per-views. They're just excellent shows.
Well, it's because they, again, and I'm going to do it because why the fuck not? This weekend we had 2 WWE PLEs and
TNA,
in Forbidden Door. I'm not even putting TNA in the mix. And Forbidden Door packed more stuff into one show, and I think it was about the same amount of matches
combined.
And it wasn't this. And again, and I understand this is the era we live in, but there wasn't 18-minute commercial breaks. There wasn't this like, oh, here's your King of the Ring, and here's 14 minutes of commercials, and it was like they give you stuff the whole time. And yeah, they're long PLE pay-per-views. But
one thing I will say. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, for the bang for your buck, you're getting like what you're getting out of it is, like I said, we're talking about a card that had that crazy cage match at the end. We're talking about had Ospreay and Swerve on it, and everybody's raving about Mercedes and Maya World. You know what I mean? That's just how stacked the card is. Kenny and Zack Sabre Jr. was awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And so everybody's like, well, they're long and they're late. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, to add to that, before we start diving into like what we like really loved and our favorite stuff on the show and stuff like that. But one thing that did happen was Tony Khan did come out and say that Redemption, which is on another Sunday, he's starting it at 7 p.m. Eastern time. He's moving it up an hour.
Good.
He said, I'm moving it up an hour. The buy-in will start at 6 and the main show will start at 7. And I went, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for that. And then you cracked the joke where you were like, well, that's just so he can. It's still going to go as late. He can.
Yeah, it's still going to go to 12:30, 1 o'clock. But we're going to give you an extra hour of this shit.
Yeah.
He would be.
He listened.
He would be wise, and I get it, and I understand. Listen, Saturday night, go fucking wild. You want to go to 2 in the morning, go for it. Because
100%.
And I'm not even thinking just strictly for me, the view. I'm thinking about viewership overall. Saturday night, most people in the world, they're off. They don't have work on Sunday. They don't have school on Sunday. Things like that. So yeah, it would be wise to cut these things off a little earlier on that Sunday night, just to keep that viewer into it, because like I do a lot of like, oh, I'll finish it up on Monday if I know I have to work, and sometimes I just don't want to do the 4 a.m. get up time after being up till 1, so it's so yeah. I hope that he's been listening, but I think he's just gonna give us another hour of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, so this show was really, really good. It started off with that 3-way tag match, which was just a lot of fun, but the Young Bucks, like we thought, defeated El Sky Team and Unbound Company, but this was really good. Good little way to set the pace with this match to start the show. And now you have the Young Bucks getting a big victory. We'll talk about the tag titles in a little bit here, but I would think that the Young Bucks are working their way towards that. And we are going to talk about Dynamite as well, because a lot of stuff happened last night on Dynamite.
Well, I was going to say the Young Bucks, of course, I think we knew they were winning this thing. It was a good match. The Young Bucks do Young Bucks things.
Yeah.
They're baby faces right now. Cope and Christian are baby faces right now. But I believe with just the nostalgia factor of Cope and Christian and the Young Bucks this being a dream match, I think we could throw.
Oh, yeah.
Is it possible to throw the heel face dynamic? Because I don't want the Young Bucks to turn heel.
Yeah, no, I don't think they will.
But I don't want Cope and Christian to do it either. But I guess that they would be the one to do it.
I mean, or you could just have like kind of Christian be a dick.
Yeah, I guess, you could be the buffer for it.
They kind of do it that way.
And then Cope's kind of like, I didn't say it. It was, I've been trying to calm him down. Yeah, because I that would be a fun all-in dream match to throw on that card, 100%.
Sure. Yeah. Then it went right into Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. Man, these two, thing of beauty. Really, really good. Back and forth, just man, it was just so good, man. It as good as I expected it to be. And Kenny Omega gets a big victory. Then we'll talk about the stuff that happened with him on Wednesday. But
it was over a guy that's not even in his company.
But it was over one of the best wrestlers in the world.
That's true. That Forbidden Door. That's why it's called Forbidden Door, nerds.
Yep. So Omega gets a big win. Really, really good. Then we had the Continental Championship match, Moxley and Bandito. Another match that was friggin' awesome. Moxley ends up winning this one by submission. Bandito went out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think they were gonna double champ up Bandito there, but I mean, they could have. Yeah, they really could have. They really good. Oh, Bandito. Bandito, he was on our list for Wrestler of the Year in 2025. He's not too far off in 2026. I don't think this year's been as big as last, but there's still 5 months to go. But he puts on just fucking bangers, dude.
Yep. Then it was Shota Umino defending and retaining his IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship against Pac. This was a good match too. Thought this was a good showcase for Shota. And I liked everything that happened at the end with Moxley and kind of him getting out there and him going, looking at, that kind of callback because he was Jon Moxley's young boy when he did that stint over in Japan. And they kind of played that off for a little bit. This was a good match. Another big loss for Pac, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that leads to something maybe down the line, but
maybe the losses plus he wasn't too thrilled about Ospreay being a Death Rider, or even he was the first, so maybe who knows? Maybe there's something there, but I would hope that guy starts getting some wins.
Yep.
We gotta start racking up some Pac wins, man.
It's true.
Speaking of which, by the way, they are running a collision right now. I've been paying attention. So any of the collision stuff that's going on right now, I have no idea.
Yeah. Then it was time for the AEW Women's World Championship match, which was Tekla and Starlight Kid. And this one was really good. I was sitting there watching this match, and halfway through or towards the ending sequence, I was like, man, this is one of the better women's matches AEW's put on a little bit. Like this is really good. I was very impressed with. Everybody told me how awesome Starlight Kid was, but I had never really watched a ton of her because I don't watch Stardom. She was great, and this match was really great. And Tekla ends up winning, and then Tekla ends up cutting her mask off because Tekla is a menace. But this was really good, Pluggo. This was really, really good.
Yeah, and it was really good. Tekla, again, this is one of those, Tekla just keeps on impressing with everything she's given. And they even kind of left it an opening to maybe run this back.
Mm-hmm.
You don't cut the mask off of somebody and that ends it. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So I'd love to see because then she got into the face of, what is his name?
I don't know. It's the guy that runs Stardom.
The guy that runs Stardom. She
slapped him around and beat him around.
Tried to shave his head at one point over this feud, and I could see Tekla getting a run back at Stardom. Hey, time heals all wounds, man. You were fired from Japan once, and now you're gonna go wrestle over there. But yeah, Tekla just keeps on pushing, dude. I think she might be in the front runner of Women's Wrestler of the Year, dude.
For sure. She's been fantastic.
Name somebody else that's had a better 2026 women's wise right now. It's hard.
Yeah. I would agree. I think she's I love her. And then it was World Tag Team title time. Copeland and Christian, the Dogs. I thought the Dogs looked really great in this match. And when we were talking about this the last week or so, I said, this is just going to be another big match the Dogs are going to lose. And they did lose.
They did lose.
However, the big story of this match wasn't just Cope and Christian retaining. It was towards the end of this match, it looked like the Dogs were about to win, and the lights go out. And then we get the Bang Bang Gang at the top of the stage doing the guns.
Full
all this.
Stop, though. You were like, what the fuck? That's not lights out worthy.
Well, but when it
the initial, because they did it twice. They did the lights out again thing.
But the first time it happened and it was just them, I kind of leaned forward and I was like, is Jay White going to be here? And then the lights go out again and you hear the switchblade at the beginning of the song. Lights come back on. David Finlay, who has Shillelagh in hand because he was about to beat the crap out of him, win the tag titles, turns around, Jay White hits him with his move, boom, hands him over, basically just goes, here you go, Copeland. It's all yours now. Spear. They retain. So even though it was another big loss for the Dogs, I think it was very clear the way they told the story of this match that the Dogs were going to win those tag titles if this didn't happen.
Yeah.
I thought that they actually did that well. So yes, the Dogs lost, which obviously
yeah, but if you do it right, if you do it right, you do it well. You could take a loss and still come out of it.
So I thought that part of it was really good.
But Jay White being back, dude, that's full stop. Just Jay White's back. He cut a really good promo on Wednesday. I thought it was a little long in the tooth, but it was a good promo on Wednesday. He's got his sights set on David Finlay, which I'm not super duper familiar with their feud elsewhere, but people do say it was pretty good. So I'm just happy that the Bang Bang Gang's at full fucking strength, man.
Yeah, man.
When they're at full strength, they're a lot of fun. So now you got the Bang Bang Gang going. You got Shade Taylor Promotions. You got the Death Riders. There's, and I'm probably forgetting a group, but there's just groups that the conglomeration. There's just a lot of fun little faction. You could have some little faction warfare going on here if we really wanted it. That's that circular cage. Just throw them all in that bitch.
Yeah, sure.
That thing was interesting looking, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second because right before we had that cage match, we had maybe the women's match of the year.
Yeah.
In the finals for the Owen Hart Cup, Mercedes Moné, Maya World. 25 minutes. These two went.
Yeah.
An absolute star-making performance.
Yeah, Ryan loves
from
faction
Maya World.
Yeah,
I do
dude.
too. But a star-making performance. The whole tournament was a star-making, but this match in particular, an absolute star-making performance.
And it's crazy. These two weren't even in this tournament to begin with when it started. It was completely on the fly. Once they had Mercedes in the fold, I think we all assumed it was Mercedes and Athena because that's the marquee money match there. They decide to go Maya World. Now, again, if you're not familiar with Maya World's work outside of AEW, she's one of the best. Was one of the best independent wrestlers up until she got signed. She probably still is if she's doing as many indies these days. I don't really know, but she stepped up to the plate. What more could you ask for from hey, you're going up against Mercedes in the Owen Hart Cup tournament final. We need you to, can you do it? Especially given all of the stuff that's happened to her. Her mind is, elsewhere. She just lost her brother, I believe. And she just crushed it. And I'm sure how many times we're like, oh, they're gonna have Maya win this thing. They're gonna do it. And I think it's Mercedes, but Maya's now turned that, and she's got a match tonight on Collision. They promoted it huge. She's probably going to end up in that TBS title picture sooner than later. That will, Sheeta just won that last night, so I fucking loved that. I'm so excited. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna have, you can have these up and coming people lose or these. You just have that match. Have a match where it's have a great fucking banger of a match, and it doesn't even matter. We're just talking about we're talking more about how awesome Maya was than Mercedes, who won it.
Yeah,
that's the goal. That's the goal. No disrespect to Mercedes, who we love, but
she just continues to show why she's the GOAT.
Exactly. She's just put on a banger.
She's just every time, and we love our Kicking Out podcast guys, but Paul, come on, buddy, give me a break. Paul. Give me a break, Paul.
When are you going to join the bandwagon?
Do you understand how giving Mercedes was in this match to Maya? It just I don't. She does it every time, man. And there are people who love her.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people that hate her for whatever reason. I
asked the social medias why they hate. It's a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with the in-ring work.
Because she's we can get into the layers of it if you want, but it's because she's a confident woman.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
don't like confident women.
She knew her worth. She said, I'm not standing for this. And whether you agree with her walking out or not, she made a stand. She bet on herself. And let's be completely upfront right now. After watching what she's done in AEW since she's been back or however long, dude. What would she be doing right now on Monday Night Raw?
Look what Bayley's doing.
I love Dr. Bailey, and I love that stuff.
Bailey,
Yeah,
and that story with Lyra is going to be that's a good story.
But no disrespect, they're
yeah.
not giving Bailey and Lyra that kind of time to tell that kind of story.
When was the last time Bailey fought for a world title?
And that's all Mercedes wanted. Is she just like, I want to wrestle, I want to tell, I want to do things. She actually said it. She's like, I'm signing here because I want to make women's wrestling better, and I want to wrestle all these places and wrestle all these people, and she's done it. And everybody just keeps shitting on her, dude. I don't know why. Watch this match from Forbidden Door if you haven't. Scott said that Eddie Kingston beat Jay White. Loser left Japan. David Finlay jumped in after the match and declared himself the head of the Bullet Club. That's his. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I had more time.
To
watch more. I try to like pump in as much as I can. I honestly don't even know where to like watch regularly New Japan stuff.
You got to get the New Japan World.
And that's another
like $9.99 a month or something like that. Obviously, but that you get all the pay-per-views with that though. So
yeah. It's
you
probably
pay $9.99 a month and you get Wrestle Kingdom, you get Dominion. Like you obviously.
Which can I also shout out Walker Stewart? I thought was a really cool addition to the commentary table for this. I thought he actually he felt like he was on the team. At times I kept forgetting that's not the normal crew, and I thought he did a great job. So I'd love to see him do some more stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then it was Team Briscoe, Team MJF, Circle Cage.
When you saw, what was your first thought of the cage?
I said, all right.
Death's Door is he calling it, right?
Death's Door. That's what
Death's Door.
Death's Door. Yeah.
Because again, when we sat here last week and
I was like, how are they going to fit all these guys?
How they going to fit?
And that made sense.
And they have done some steel cage matches with the 12, but then it kind of. It's more of a Hell in the Cell, but not quite as big. But it does feel cramped. This at least gave you a chance to have some more movement, have some more opportunities, have some more things happen because it's tight. It would have been tight.
Yeah. This match was wild. This was a wild match. Very entertaining, very fun. You had, the Andrade thing that happened halfway through where he takes off. Yeah, he prevents MJF. He takes off the shirt. The shirt says, fuck Don, fuck MJF. And he turns and leaves at the end there. So that was kind of cool. Darby Allin tried to murder
Kevin Knight with the bomb. Tried to blow him up.
An explosive went off.
And then he comes out Wednesday and he goes, I'm gonna keep doing that shit to you unless you give me a championship opportunity. And I was like, you're gonna keep trying to blow up Kevin Knight?
You're gonna keep trying to kill him?
Oh, Affiliate Stardom has landed it. Ooh, a new English YouTube channel. I'll have to check that out.
But this match was wild. But Andrade turns, leaves the Callis family high and dry, which leads to Team Briscoe winning the match. And then Mark Briscoe says, I'm not waiting around. We're having our world title match on Wednesday, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, that was a wild cage match.
Leo Rush was in a bag. It was the Super Nintendo, Kyle O'Reilly.
That was great. That was regular Nintendo. That wasn't Super.
Regular.
That was original NES.
You know how much that thing cost? People probably
you can go to I have a couple in the town that I live. They have the retro gaming stores. You can buy a Nintendo for a good $150.
Oh yeah, they're still. Yeah. I actually
they still work too. You can get it working.
I got a Sega Genesis upstairs.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Every once in a great while, I dust off NBA Jam or Sonic.
Have you? So it's not NBA Jam, but NBA Run or NBA On the Run or whatever. It's a little cheaper than regular video games. It's NBA. It's
NBA Street, NBA.
Yeah. It's worth it.
I'd probably
wish
give
there
it a
was
whirl.
more. It's really you just kind of play games though. There's no
story,
computer tournament or story or career.
Remember Ballers? NBA Ballers and NBA Street where you had to go.
Hell yeah.
through. Oh yeah, dude. I still got those upstairs.
Do you remember Def Jam Vendetta? The wrestling game with the rappers?
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Every once in a while, I dust off some old PS2 games.
Oh, yeah.
And those are up there. So
unbelievable.
I'm probably sitting on a gold mine. Don't even know it. Pay off all my bills.
And then the main event of the evening.
Yep.
It was the men's Owen Hart Cup final. Will Ospreay, Swerve. I mean, What else can we say? Swerve was a bloody mess during this match. That was gross. They did blow into the cartridge. Yes, Kyle O'Reilly blew in. Yes, that was fucking great.
He's like, it didn't work the first time. That was classic. That's a good spot.
Yeah, that was a good spot blowing into the cartridge. If you know, you know. But
what do you do? What do we do with Swerve now?
I think you should go after Moxley.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All in Moxley and Swerve for the Continental.
Moxley, Swerve. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. And then Swerve beats him. And then later on in the night, when Will wins the world title, Moxley's out there celebrating, and he fucking drops him. Right there in England, just drops him.
Yeah, but they're patch bros now.
Yeah, well, we got a couple months.
That's a tiny patch. I was like, you get a little something.
But
Swerve and Ospreay, like, was anybody shocked that it was that great? Was it? No. And listen, I said it. The only disappointment part I had is somebody had to lose this match.
Yep.
Because I thought both guys were operating at like peak Swerve and Will Ospreay levels of like I could see it either way.
Mm-hmm.
And Ospreay, obviously, it's in. If it wasn't for the spot in All In London, it would have maybe you go Swerve. But oh man,
it was so good, man.
Jesus Christ,
it was so good.
That's what I'm saying. Like you eat so good on these pay-per-views and like all these matches, and you're just like, and this is like just standard. Every month, you just know, like, oh shit, these matches are gonna hump.
Yeah, I loved when they did the hidden blade back and forth to each other. I thought was a great little segment. Yeah, Swerve got busted open and he was bleeding profusely. Ospreay also got busted open a little bit. Man almighty, what a match this was! It was just tremendous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean these two guys, they said it in their back and forth promo a couple weeks ago. We make magic when we're in the ring together, and they did. But finally,
match of the year.
I mean, it's up there. It's up there for sure.
Because we're getting it. It's July.
we're more than halfway.
We're more than halfway through. We got to start figuring out some lists.
Yeah. There's been some good ones though. But it was just really good.
We do this behind the curtain every year. We go, we're probably forgetting about some matches, and it's always some shit that happened in the early part of the year because
Yep.
But this won't be one of them that we forget, I'm sure.
No, absolutely not. And then we kind of get to the fallout on Dynamite last night, and Dynamite was very Kenny Omega focused. Obviously, MJF and Ospreay were involved throughout, but it was very Kenny focused. But Dynamite starts with Mark Briscoe, who we just said won the cage match, said we're fighting on Wednesday. We get the world title match with MJF and Briscoe. Again, I don't think there was ever any doubt in anyone's brain that MJF was winning this. But for what it was worth, I thought the match was entertaining. It was fine.
Mark Briscoe probably had some doubt that he thought he was going to win it.
Well, sure. But MJF wins, so he is still the champion. There was a good little video before Dynamite involving Ospreay, Moxley, and then it kind of switched to Kenny and MJF and that whole thing. Where Kenny is basically like, hey, I won my match. Like, I'm going for, you're going to be facing me for the title soon. And MJF kind of blew him off and looked at Ospreay, and he's like, I'll see you in Wembley, buddy. And Kenny and Ospreay had a little bit of tension, and I thought it was really, really good. Then MJF wins the belt. Keeps the belt. Briscoe loses. And then he's going to attack Briscoe after. Kenny comes down. And then Kenny says, hey, you got some spunk in you. Tonight, why don't you fight me tonight then? Put the title on the line and fight me. And MJF says, no. Just wrestled, no.
As he should.
Absolutely not a heel thing at all. Not a heel
Not
thing
even
at all.
that. Like, in what has Kenny done outside? Yeah, he just wrestled and he's already beat Kenny.
What he does say is, I'll fight you next week, though, for the title if you want. But one stipulation. If you lose, you get the hangman treatment. You can never challenge for the title ever again. And everybody's like, oh, shit. And Kenny, this dramatic, oh, my God, do I do it? And everyone's like, oh. You know, like they
The only thing,
oh,
the only thing we didn't get last night was Kenny Omega like sitting out like on a beach or like
no, just on like the stairs,
just like
thinking about it,
just like this, just like
oh, what do I think?
With like a montage of his career.
Yes.
Like the George Costanza when he's like,
yeah, just thinking about is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
And then MJF says we need to hear from Kenny's answer by the end of the night. That's what MJF.
Yeah.
So that happens. I know you didn't like it.
And I said last night on Dynamiked Up on Body Slam, check that out. But I'll say it again here. Like, it makes absolute perfect sense for MJF to pull that card. It's an MJF move.
Yep.
It hits home for Kenny. It plays up that he's at the end of his career. It plays up the fact that his two elite brothers failed before. There's a lot of stuff where it is good. I just don't. I didn't love it when they did it with Hangman. Cody, we can I call that kind of
they referenced Cody a few times.
They referenced Cody, but Cody self-inflicted that. There was no pressure from a heel to say so, but we just did that with Hangman, and I'm like, never say never type stuff, unless like everybody's like you said and everybody else has said that Kenny's this is like maybe this is a retirement tour thing that he's not really advertising, and we're getting to the end, so he knows it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I was just like, man, we couldn't have come up with any other way to get this match going. And of course, Kenny's going to accept it. He's Kenny fucking Omega. And he said that I'm the best bout machine. I'm the cleaner. I'm a god of this shit. I'm not going to not. I'll put it all on the line for a shot at the championship, which, again, is a breath of fresh air considering the guy last Monday was like, I'm good. I'll go fight this other guy instead of go for the gold. You know what I mean? So I understood it. I just get weird when we run back that thing because I don't want that to become MJF's thing where he's like, if you want to fight me, because it used to be you had to run through like an MJF gauntlet. Now he's like, you want a shot, you never get another opportunity again.
Yep.
And who's signing off on this shit? That's all I want to know. Who's like,
yeah. So then we fast forward to the end of the night. And we'll talk about the main event because I thought the main event with the women for the survival, it was a good match. But like at the end of the night, Kenny comes out and like you said, he basically talks to the crowd. He says, "I believe in myself, and if you all believe in me, I think I've gone through a lot, and we're getting towards the end here. But I think I can do it. I think I can be world champion again. I've had a career that I could absolutely walk away from and tip my cap and be like, great career. Like we've done it all, but like I still think I got some left." And as long as you all are with me, I think, and he says yes. And MJF attacks him. Oh, look at that.
Hey, King Bagel. Thank you for the super chat.
He said, they say, I wonder what the AEW redemption plan is because I would have bet Kenny going for the belt in Canada was the move. And I was just going to get into that. So
we're just about to hit into that. So feel free to let us know what you think.
I think there's a chance that still is the match.
Yeah, there's a way to get there, but now we have to do some like hurdles to figure it out.
Yeah.
Unless you're just straight up Kenny's winning next week.
Mm-hmm. So Kenny accepts, MJF attacks him, they get separated, they brawl, they get separated. That's how the show ends. And it's next week, Dynamite, Beach Break, World Championship match. If Kenny loses, he can never challenge for the world title again. A little bit different than the Hangman Stitch because this feels like it's like a Kenny Omega retirement tour.
Well, and we forgot to mention Kenny made a very valid point about if I can't challenge for championships, what's the point of me doing this?
Correct.
So that was him also kind of going like, well, I know I'm at the end. Correct. I just thought of something crazy though. What if Kenny wins on Wednesday? MJF's up in arms. He's pissed.
I think Kenny has a legitimate chance to win.
And then he goes, I want a shot. I want my rematch.
Yeah.
And Kenny goes, if you want your rematch, you can never challenge for the AEW World Title again.
But I think Max that would be a great idea.
I don't think they would do it because that would be crazy to me to think that you're a blue chipper, 30-year-old big Hebrew Stud doesn't ever get to. They did it with Hangman already, but no, that would be a funny little feather in the cap to Kenny Omega if you did it.
Yeah, and then we do have redemption at the end of the month. I still think there's a way to get to Kenny and Max in a rematch with whatever, but there's a ton of things that can happen on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. There's a ton of things. They've been mentioning Hangman Adam Page the last few weeks on Dynamite. Is there a chance that Hangman Adam Page comes back on Wednesday and maybe helps Kenny beat MJF? And then MJF complains and says, I got cheated. Let
us know in the chat what you're thinking.
Yeah.
King Bagel, especially, shout out again for the super chat.
Like
Scott saying people are saying MJF might be going away to get his leg fixed. Did they maybe ramp this decision up? Is it worse than we think? And because it is heavily taped, he is wrestling with a taped up knee, and I just like maybe I wasn't thinking about it when I was watching Wednesday. I just thought he was selling the leg injuries from like the cage match, kind of like Kevin Knight style. But if there's a legitimate knee injury there, maybe he can go. And again, that just circles back, like just strike when you got you never know.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. But like, if you would have asked me a couple months ago, even longer than that, I would have told you, I would have bet the house that it was MJF and Ospreay at All In, and Ospreay was going to win I was saying that less than a month ago. But as it goes, day by day, week by week,
Omega,
I think the
Ospreay.
I think the chances of Omega being the champion headed into All In are getting stronger by the day. That's how I feel. And I think they leaned into it last night with the beginning video, and then before Kenny came out, Ospreay met him in the entryway, and he said, "Hey, I'm rooting for you. I want it to be you and me at Wembley." And when Will said that, I went, "Okay." And then they hugged. I'm like, now it just has me thinking more and more that maybe it's a triple threat even, but I'm thinking more and more that it might be Kenny and Will now.
Yeah. Plus, if you think about it too, like Kenny Omega really cut his teeth over New Japan, and that's what really made him the biggest. So it's not quite. It's still overseas. He's big over there. Mm. That's a huge marquee. Ospreay, Omega. How many times have they done it? So I'm just going to say 3. Omega, Ospreay 3, or Omega Ospreay for the final. Possibly for the final time. Like there's so many things you could do there. MJF. He'll always find his way back into that world title picture scene. I don't know what you would do with him at all, and if he's healthy and has a match. We'll see how they do it next week, but I wouldn't be shocked. I'm not going to be shocked if we're sitting here next Thursday and I'm like, fuck, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega's the champion.
AEW World Champion, right? Like that doesn't shock me.
Yep.
But I would be devastated if he couldn't challenge for the AEW World title. I'd be, damn, another one? They're just going to run out of guys.
Yeah. But they referenced Cody twice on Dynamite.
They did reference Cody twice. Once they just said Elite Brother, and then Kenny
openly just said it.
Well, we're never going to hear it. We're never going to get that story, are we? And if we get it, it's going to be
I think maybe old man Cody might spill the beans at some point.
You think so? You think he'll be like, "Hey, Ariel Helwani," like 20 years from now?
Yeah. Cody will spill the beans.
Do you ever? I was thinking about this morning before we move on, as you mentioned Cody. Do you ever think we would see the day he would return to AEW at all? And because he is so
he's company guy.
He's printing money over in the Fed, as the kids say. But I was like, he never said he wouldn't. He never left and said there was bad. He never bashes them or anything like that.
No, but I think he's a professional.
And seeing Punk return, every time heals all. Time heals all. I meant for the WWE side for Punk. He returned over there. I was just like, man, I wonder if there would ever be a day where we get like this last minute, like Cody, like greatest hits tour as he retires and he does a run in AEW. But
Sullivan, you agree? I mean, you're with me with what? With what? The Kenny thing? Is that what you're talking about? It's getting stronger.
Unless Ryan Sullivan's favorite player got traded today, I don't know if he's with you at all.
Listen, unbelievable.
And this is no disrespect to Ryan. I should have had him come on, but I didn't want to poke the bear too much. I didn't know how much. I actually think you handled it pretty well, considering I was ready. I had my finger on.
I would say
the Boston anger shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not I'm angry about it, but I'm more heartbroken.
Yeah. You're still in the, oh my God, why'd they leave me phase? Yeah, and then you're gonna.
I'm more like downtrodden and heartbroken about it than I am angry about it.
Swear to God, Howard. And then if they have a slow start to the season, I think people are going to.
But here's the thing:
all over
I kind of want them to.
Right,
I want them to feel the wrath.
Oh, for
Harley Cameron style. Exactly.
Oh, speaking of which, what a segue!
Yeah, exactly. But I want the Celtics brat. I don't want the players to struggle. Like I like the players. It's not they don't make the decisions. But like when situations like this happen, even though I love my teams and I always want my teams to win, like I'm not glad for my viewing pleasure, but I'm glad the Red Sox fucking suck. Because they've been operating the team like dog shit for 8 years. And I'm glad that
my team scores 23 runs in a game.
I know, 23 runs. That was impressive.
Dancy Swanson's on that juice, dude.
Yeah, I know. We had 5 home runs in 2 games and shit. Unbelievable.
I have to pull up the stat that a buddy of mine. He's a Cubs
but like
aficionado.
Even though I want them to be competitive, and I want to enjoy them and enjoy watching them, I'm glad a little bit that the Red Sox are struggling because it's been embarrassing, and this is everything all the fans have been complaining about for half a decade. And the laughing stock, and the league is looking at them like, what the hell is going on? And that is, even though I don't want it to be that way, they deserve that. You should be embarrassed. I hope they feel embarrassed. And I feel the same way here. I want Brad Stevens, even though I love Brad and he's smart.
Yeah.
And I'll let it play out. You let it play out. I don't think this is the end of the moves, but
I don't think this is you're gonna get. I don't think you're gonna get Nico Harris for this. Get fired. I don't think so at all. But
well, listen, if it doesn't work out though,
if it doesn't work out,
they
at least got some
going down.
No, but they at least got some stuff pick wise.
Not really.
But look, yeah, but I'm saying
suck.
No,
the
I know.
Gonna be good.
But Nico was like, I want AD, and that's about it.
Oh yeah. But those, first of all, second round picks don't fucking matter in the NBA at all. You can find a gem. Don't get me wrong.
This year's NBA draft, every second round pick was traded except for one.
Yeah. Second round picks absolutely don't matter.
They're just flying.
And if we're being honest, yes, there have been great players that have been drafted outside the lottery. But if you don't have a lottery pick, you're really not. For the most part, statistically, you're not really getting a game.
Fictional characters.
Correct. So we got 4 picks, and what's the best pick of that going to be? The 24th pick in the first? Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
So
you just hope that you could pick. So fun. Before we finish off Dynamite, I got this stat yesterday because I texted my buddy who's an avid Cubs fan, and he's like the smartest sports statistic. Yeah. He just loves this stuff. He goes, read this yesterday. Dancy Swanson had 26 RBIs in a 10-game span. The only other players to do that were Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Jimmy Fox, and Melot. A bunch of slam dunk Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
And Dancy Swanson, who we were all ready to kick to the curb 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're like, fuck it. Let's ball.
Yeah. Incredible.
So, go Cubs, go, baby.
Yeah. That was pretty good. 23 runs is impressive. 23 runs is impressive.
It's only one win, though.
Well, you swept them, though.
Yeah, but it's still only one win.
But still.
23 runs just showing off.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I like that Padres team, but suck it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I remember one time the Red Sox scored 30 against the Orioles. I think they beat them 30-3, and I was like, this is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It's just so crazy to watch.
Runs.
Yep.
30.
You're just like, what?
I'm like, what is going on?
Is the other team? What are they throwing out little leaguers right
I mean,
now?
at one point, I think it was like 17 that we scored like 15 or 16. They just threw position players the rest of the game. Well, you don't waste the bullpen, but I remember they scored 30 in Camden Yards, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
didn't the Colorado Rockies score like 20?
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they just dropped 20.
That just happened.
They just dropped 22 on somebody as well.
Yeah,
and I think another team did too. I think it's happened a few times, but it's
crazy.
No, baseball's wild, man. You win by 3 touchdowns. It's crazy.
I know. I can't wait for them to ruin the sport and all the momentum it's had over 5 years when they don't play next year because they're all greedy fucks.
Yeah.
Anyway. Nice little fit. One thing. Feel the wrath, baby.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest, 6-woman
first
elimination
ever
style.
Survival of the fittest match on AEW.
Correct. To crown a new AEW TBS championship. I'm going to be honest with you. I was pulling hard for Queen Aminata.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted to win.
I was pulling for Harley to pull the upset.
That's fair. That's what I wanted to win.
I thought the Willow Harley thing would have been interesting, but
I thought this match was good. Persephone to me was the MVP of this match. I thought she was the main focal point and just kind of the centerpiece of everything. I thought she looked really great in this match. You know, your girl Harley, her and Persephone kind of team up for a little bit. They take out some people. They're kind of working together a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Persephone just goes, nah.
Just she's like, well, at first, right, when she picked her up off the turnbuckle, because they were both beating up their prospective person, and then Persephone walks over and picks up Harley into that that razor's edge thing position. I thought she was going to throw her into the person Harley was beating up, and then she just planted her.
Oh, she just did razor's edge, baby.
Yeah, and I was like, Harley, girl, you got to give up this tag team wrestling lifestyle. And
yeah,
she was out pretty quick.
So
Persephone, I think, eliminated like 3 of them.
Yeah, she was great. So Harley Cameron was the first one out by Persephone. And then we saw Maika, who was one of the pre-show matches on Forbidden Door. She beat Sky Blue. That was the only one that I got wrong on the whole card.
That was to get her into this match.
Yes, to get into this match. She was next eliminated by Hikaru Shida. And then, at the very least, I thought Queen Aminata was going to be at the end. I thought maybe she'd be in the final 2.
Yeah.
But no, Queen Aminata was the next person eliminated, also by Persephone. And then Persephone and Chris Statlander had a pretty good back and forth after this, where they were going at it. And Statlander ended up with a victory roll and pinning Persephone, and she got eliminated. And then the final 2 were, the feud that's been building over the last couple months. It was Shida. It was Stat. They had a little back and forth for a few minutes, and Hikaru Shida ended up winning and is the new TBS champion by referees.
She blasted her with the title, and Shida got her into the submission, and Stat was done.
Tapped. She was out. So the referee stopped.
I kind of dug Persephone's attitude about it. I hope that spirals her.
Then after, Persephone was looking at Shida and saying you owe me, you owe me.
Hey, listen, I like Persephone. I think she's got an interesting vibe to her.
Yeah, I do
and
too.
She's a powerhouse, and I think I'd like to see her utilized more. My only complaint was I don't think the final 2 we needed to do this to get there. I think we could have done something else, But it is what it is. At the end of the day, they needed to crown a TBS champion. I think they did it a few weeks too late. But again, you had the Owen.
I don't think it's a good. All right, I said this last night on Dynamite Up. I was obviously kidding, but there is truth to it. You make Willow Nightingale forfeit the title because she's injured. Fine. You announce a tournament, and then by the time you announce that you're doing this, and by the time you crown the new champion, we've already had 3 coming back vignettes from Willow Nightingale.
And Willow put a bag of oranges in Cassidy's bag at the main event, which was like a good luck thing. So she's around.
Correct. So if you were going to wait this long to do this, why wouldn't you just have kept the belt on Willow?
Yeah. Again,
it doesn't make sense.
Or just did it a little sooner.
Yeah.
You could have made the.
I don't think that this would have always. You could have had this match on the paper. This wouldn't have overshadowed the Owen. You can do more than one thing at a time with the women.
No, for sure. I just think that was probably their mindset. We got women fighting to enter this match, and we got women trying to, we got challengers. I think he was just trying to think about what to do after the Owen. But yeah, if they would have did this a couple weeks sooner, or whatever, right after Willow got injured, we got another King Bagel in the house. Huge with another dope super chat, my friend. Thank you. Do we see Aminata? I see Aminata as a future world champ.
Right now, I would say no. She should, in my opinion, she should have won this belt last night. But I think she's definitely at the bare minimum a future TBS champion for sure.
She's
I think she
super
can.
good.
I think she's super good and good enough to be a future world champion. But
There's-
she's been on the TV screens for quite a while now, and they refuse to kind of go all in with her. No pun intended.
Yeah, she
I would
was
like
injured.
for them to kind of prove to me from she has been banged
Yeah,
up.
She was banged
But
up.
I need to see them kind of show me that they believe she's that. What I see in the ring and what I think she can be 100%. But I don't think they've given me a reason from her booking that I believe she'll ever get to that.
They have a lot of people I think slated ahead of her, and I think they have. If she could get hot and
She could
get on
Ring
her
of
own-
Honor world champion.
Yeah, she could do that. Or like Maya
I know you're
World,
talking
who,
AEW, but
I'm just thinking in terms of
But
like,
Maya World.
Hey, listen, Ring of Honor, that's a world
Yeah,
championship.
but like
so-
Maya World, I feel like just jumped the line.
Right, but
on
I'm saying
most
if
of the
we could
division
get
with that
you would
performance.
have to book Queen Aminata in some kind of like you'd have to book her like in the Owen and have her win a couple matches and really start getting the ball rolling for her to get people behind her so that we can see because they don't put her in very many high profile matches as of late.
Mm-hmm.
If they start doing it, she's very talented. She's got a she's got a great look. She got a great gimmick. She can talk. But yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of good women in the AEW women's division.
Oh,
like
my
I
God,
said, you could do more than one thing with them.
Yeah.
Like you said.
I do agree with you though. I do feel like, and again, AEW treats their mid card titles very well. They have big time people that are their mid card champions, like heavyweight, like main world title level people are their side champions. I just felt like this belt is the other people in this match besides Statlander and Sheeta could have used this win and used that title more. I think that belt should be more for those like actual mid carders.
But the problem is they only got the two mid carders on the women's side.
I agree.
They need another one. God forbid.
I just feel like a Persephone, a Queen Aminata, even a Harley Cameron, your girl, any of those girls. I just feel like that would have been a huge win in their careers and would have done a lot more for them. Like Sheeta's great. She's a multi-time former world champion. She's a new, kind of a new heel persona. So like cool. And Sheeta's going to have, I hope they let her defend that title every fucking week. And she just has bangers. Man.
She's got to be the most,
she's incredible.
She's got to have the most TBS championships or most women's championships.
Women's championships total. Because she's is she a 3-time?
I think so.
3-time heavyweight.
Well, we're gonna get Sheeta and Stat again.
Yeah,
they're gonna run that.
That's
back.
Probably a redemption.
So because of Persephone's involvement, so we're getting that match at least again, and I would imagine Sheeta's winning that thing. And then so hopefully we got some people ready to roll,
and hopefully it gets a match.
And Queen Aminata could be one of the challengers. You know, I think if any of the women that made the survival of the fittest, like they deserve a TBS championship opportunity.
I agree.
So if you wanted to have that run with Sheeta and she ran through all the people she just beat, like why the heck not?
Yeah, 100%.
Why not?
Yeah, but anything else from Dynamite last night that?
Well, the Dynamite was solid. Like you said, it was a lot of talking because I think they were, coming out the fallout of Forbidden Doors. So there was only like 4 matches. It was good. I thought Kevin Knight and Leo Rush was great.
Yeah, very good.
It was a great match.
Yep.
No shock to anybody. I think we all know how good those two are in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think Kevin Knight needs the Don Callis family, but hey, I'll live with it. It's not growing on me. I will say that because I just think he could do that stuff. I think he's that talented that he could do all of the stuff that he's doing in the DC on his own. I think he could do. He's not saying anything that he wouldn't say if he was a heel anyway. But either way. But yeah, I thought it was a good week of wrestling. A lot of stuff that we probably didn't even cover fully. We missed. There was just over the weekend, Raw, NXT. I mean, tonight,
Collision's happening now.
Collision's happening now. TNA started a TNA women. They have a women's television knockouts championship tournament starting tomorrow. SmackDown, even though it's already been taped. At least there's no wrestling this weekend, like big. Stuff.
It is. Before we get out of here,
this
weekend is the 4th of July on Saturday. It's the 250th.
Yes, sir.
So it's a big one. It's a big one.
It's hot as hell out here.
Yep. It was 100 degrees here today.
And I sent you a video.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about it real quick?
Yeah, why not?
Do you want me to? So Seth Rollins.
Yep.
He'll like sit in for Rich Eisen every once in a while. I don't know if it was Rich Eisen or sometimes it's the Pro Football Talk Show or whatever it may be. He does a good job. He's a lot of fun.
He's good. He's good.
The main event just started.
Sounds about right.
Collision's got to run over Shock. He announced
that sounds about right.
He announced 18 matches yesterday. I was like, it's only a 2-hour program. But anyway, Seth Rollins, and in the chat, feel free to chime in with yours. He said what is his top 5 go-to foods are for 4th of July. And coming in at 5 was baked beans.
Crazy. That's a crazy number 5. And I love baked beans.
So I love baked beans. And he said watermelon.
That I agree with.
Corn on the cob.
That I agree with.
Hot dogs, hamburgers. I'm missing one. What did I miss?
Pasta salad, potato salad. One of them.
Hold on, let me pull it up really quick. I'm missing one. I was like, oh shoot, I had it.
Steak tips.
No, it was something. He's in the prime of his career. He's not housing a bunch of. Here we go. I'm pulling it up right now. Baked beans. Yeah, I love baked beans.
I love baked. Is that a cookout food though?
Yeah, I'd eat baked beans at a cookout. Dude, my wife made some cookout food at the pool party yesterday. We didn't want to do anything hot because it was so hot. We did all finger foods. She made these pinwheels, these cream cheese bacon pinwheels, pasta salad. I'm talking.
Well, can I tell you?
Mexican corn dip. That's cold. Oh, dude,
it's like a street corn,
Yeah, he went watermelon corn. Yeah, so he went baked beans, watermelon, corn, burgers, hot dogs. Hot dogs for number 1. Yeah. Hot dogs was 1, burgers was 2, watermelon 3, corn on the cob 4, baked beans 5. Is that a list?
Hot dogs for me, absolutely. Hamburgers for me, absolutely. I love the watermelon. I don't know. Yeah, I would keep the watermelon in there. I think I have to throw in pasta salad. That is in my top 5.
We had a good pasta salad.
No question.
Oh, Peggy said it was a 2.5-hour collision. Okay,
there we go.
I didn't hear that part last night. So that's Peggy coming in hot with all the stats. She's our statistician. She's the best. We love Peggy.
We do.
Ryan said it's too hot in New Jersey for a barbecue right now.
Yeah, that's the situation. I'm going to a cookout on Saturday, and it's not going to be as hot as today and tomorrow, but it's still going to be pretty hot. Luckily, there'll be a pool there, but it's hot, man.
And we're getting.
You don't want to be grilling. You don't want to be grilling when it's 98 degrees out there.
And we're getting sporadic rain showers all weekend, so that's just going to be humid and muggy and gross. But yeah, dude, I thought Seth Rollins. I was like, you know what? I could live with that. Corn on the cob is
corn on the cob is awesome. I think I would get the baked beans and corn on the cob out of there, and I would throw in pasta salad,
potato salad.
I like potato salad, but I think I would only want one of the salad. I'm not even close.
Pasta. Okay, what kind of pasta salad?
I take them on all. Well, to me,
like with the Italian.
Well, pasta salad is Italian dressing.
Italian dressing, like
and macaroni salad is mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's 2 different things.
Mayonnaise, that's 2 different things.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
For me, because I was raised Italian and I can eat all forms, I would maybe have both of those in my. If I go somewhere and there is some form of a salad with some form of pasta, I don't care what else is in it. You're gonna have to watch me and chaperone me because I will eat the whole fucking thing. I will eat. I will just. Everyone will be making plates and grabbing everything. I'm just grabbing the bowl.
You're like JPJ. That's the service.
I look at the family. I go, everybody take your pasta salad first because whatever's left, it's mine. Whatever's left is mine. That's how that goes.
Burgers and dogs for sure. I think that's
that's a staple. Now here's the thing. You know what's crazy is in the Northeast. Do you have steak tips?
Yeah, we've got. I mean, I know what steak tips are.
Yeah, but I feel like steak tips are not a everywhere does steak tips thing.
Yeah, no, not everywhere does, and I don't know if anybody would ever.
Because the Northeast is big on steak tips. We're big on steak tips over here.
Yeah.
Yes, we are big steak tip people. I would argue that would maybe be in the 5 spot. Maybe be in the 5 spot. A marinated steak tip
at a cookout, like at a
man, because you're grilling everything.
You're on that. You got your little paper plate. You got these heavy steak tips, and you're just.
Well, they're not like
you're sitting in your little folding chair trying to navigate the steak, onions and mushrooms.
What about? I know he threw watermelon in there. How do we feel about just a fruit salad?
depends on what's in the fruit salad.
If there better be no fucking cantaloupe.
I was gonna say cantaloupe's trash.
Cantaloupe can
so
kiss my ass. Once cantaloupe is in a fruit salad, everything tastes like cantaloupe.
You gotta have a veggie tray.
What about just a regular salad?
See, the thing with that's why I don't think you see a lot of regular salads at cookouts, especially when it's hot, because of the lettuce. It gets hot. You know, it gets hot, it gets soggy.
He threw watermelon in there, but he didn't really throw a dessert.
Yeah, he didn't go dessert, which you
didn't go to the dessert route at all. Now, a 4th of July cookout, I don't know what you're feeling for desserts. A fruit salad, I feel like
you throw a
like,
mix.
what about like an ambrosia? You ever had an ambrosia?
What the hell's an ambrosia?
Come on.
What is that, dude?
Come on.
I'm out. I don't know what that is. What about a good soup? Remember the great soup debate on with Joe and Ryan?
I love a soup. If somebody
we're having soup
at a cookout, I would say, you going to the ward after this? The hell's wrong with you?
You know what's I
had somebody come in. Yeah, it was like 93 degrees the other day, and I had somebody come into where I work, where we serve food, and they asked me. They go, what soups do you have today?" And I looked them dead in the eye, and I said, "It's 90 out there, man."
He goes, "I don't care. I want a soup."
I said, "It's 90 out there.
Soup's good at any time. It is too hot." I like just like if you have like finger foods, maybe some chips, at your cookout. You got your veggie tray.
But is that top 5?
No, but I'm just saying I like the
veggie tray is nice. A veggie tray.
Yeah, I think I actually listen. If I was gonna nuts and bolts get down to business, I think Rollins knocked it out of the park in his top 5. I think
baked beans has never been a cookout
beans.
I know, and I love baked beans.
But yeah, you could swap out baked. If we wanted to do we could baked beans, pasta salad. You could, but I love a good baked bean.
If I go to a barbecue joint, I always get baked beans as a side.
I make a solid baked bean.
But at a cookout atmosphere, like where you're just grilling stuff, we don't do baked
beans. When I eat, like if I do like grilled type foods, but it's like in the house, I definitely throw some baked beans. I don't know. He kind of threw shade at the casserole dish. He's like, "I just eat them. You just do the can in a pot." I'm like, "No, you got to do you got to bake them things and do some special seasonings and some spices and that shit. You got to. There's layers to this, Seth."
Yeah. But
I would throw out. Okay, I'm with you. I'd throw out the baked beans. I'd go with the pasta salad for 100%.
You need the pasta salad.
Yeah, I'm going pasta salad.
Because if you're having you need cold elements on the plate. You're getting a hot dog. You're getting a hot burger. You have to have that cold pasta salad, potato salad element to your barbecue plate. That is what the plate is. You get your off the grill meats,
green bean casserole. Scott,
what the fuck?
What 4th of July party are you going to?
Do you celebrate Thanksgiving on the 4th of July? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, dude. It's like we do stuffing.
That is crazy. That is diabolical.
Oh, Scott, I love it.
Wow.
He's like, he's sitting there on the 4th of July watching the fireworks go, and he's like, "Man, that's a great green."
Wow. What a pull.
You gotta have like brownies, cookies.
Brownies and cookies are a good dessert. You
gotta have because you can't, and maybe like a pie of some type, not a hot, like a warm apple pie. I'm talking like you gotta go with
like a nice banana
cool
cream
whip?
Pie.
Yeah, like the cool
like a banana pudding, cream pie or a key lime pie. What about a key lime pie?
Pudding pies, you know what I'm saying? They're like pudding custard based
cream pie.
Yes, sir. There you go. It's good anytime. Here, there you go. Hey,
see, I have an Italian family, so the Italian desserts usually work whenever. Like you get the cannolis, you get the lobster tail, you get like the the Italian cookies. Oh my god!
If I'm sitting in your backyard eating lobster tail, blowing up firecrackers, that's a vibe.
Lobster tail, the dessert though, not like lobster.
What's lobster tail to the dessert?
You don't know? You never had?
I'm not from New England.
Oh, first of all, it's an Italian dessert. It's not just New England. We just have a lot of Italians in New England.
Okay.
Next time it's a flaky. It looks like a lobster tail, but it's a flaky pasta, and it's filled with like a sweet ricotta cream.
Oh, okay.
It's delicious. I'm sure there's like an official Italian word for it, but let me try to.
How often are you going up to the picnic table, the food area on these How does your strategy go? Because like I go heavy early, and then I pick and dabble.
When you get there, is everything available right away, or do you build to it?
If
I'm walking up to a full table, I'm going up twice.
Okay, I'm here because
I'm going up twice.
Yeah, like
now,
yeah.
If I get there and they're still cooking the mains, I'm walking up to that table every 2 to 3 minutes, picking at a chips or picking at yeah, and I'll do that. And then when the shit's then I'm making once I make a plate, I'll go up for seconds, usually of the pasta salad.
Yeah, because if you've noticed at a barbecue, friends, family, whatever you're doing, it's almost encouraged to keep going up to the table.
Yeah, they don't want it to be out for super long because it gets hot. It's hot out there. The food's sitting. They don't want to take it home. We did a pool party yesterday, and some of the people brought some stuff, and they're like, "You keep it." And I'm like, "What am I going to do with it?" So now I've got extra like chips and stuff at the house today. So yeah, it's encouraged to keep eating. I will say, please be safe. Are you a big fire? Do you like to blow stuff up? Are you one of those guys? When I was younger, yeah, but not so much.
Now you just like to sit and watch.
Yeah, I like watching fireworks. Yeah, I'm not like Spencer. I don't hate fireworks. Like I'm into it.
Yeah.
So this is what a lobster tail looks like.
Oh, okay.
It's like a sugary, flaky thing, and there's cream in the middle of that.
Ooh,
but it just looks like when it's like
on
a
cream,
plate,
like a cream horn style.
It
cream?
looks like. Yeah, it's like a sweet vanilla, but there's some like ricotta cheese. Like, have you had a cannoli before?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, like the shell with the pig. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's a cheese that's filled in the cannoli.
Oh well,
that's cheese.
It's
just very sweet, prepared. You know, it's like that, but with some cream. Yeah. And then they have one of my favorite things is called the oh my god, it's like I'm drawing a blank on the Italian name for it, but it's like a ball of pastry,
a
dough, and in the middle there's pudding, and they come in vanilla or chocolate, and it is fucking.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's got a weird name, and I think we probably call it something different in the Midwest, but all of it. Just throw it all on a picnic table. Make sure you got the drinks cold, whatever you're drinking on. As long as the drinks are cold, I'm good to go.
Pasta chode.
It's
called a pasta chode. And I'm just like, phew, that's a delicious one as well.
I think you would probably smash Mrs. Pluggo's pasta salad. She makes a pretty mean.
I would smash any pasta salad.
I'm saying she makes a pretty.
It would be an American Pie situation if I was given the chance.
I catch you in my kitchen.
Yeah. And then Eugene Levy would just be sitting there, and the best line in that whole movie. Well, not the best line, but Eugene Levy when he just goes, "We'll just."
No, that is the best line.
We'll just tell your mom that we ate it all. The best line is when Jim comes out of the bedroom and he goes and he's looking at the picture of them in the park and he goes, "Remember that day, Jim? Just me, you, and the family all together in the park." He goes, "That was a nice day, wasn't it?" And Jim's like, "Yeah." And he just goes, "Jim, I want to talk about masturbation." And he just goes right into it. Tremendous.
Oh,
it's
American
so good.
Pie. You should watch American Pie this weekend, guys.
Yeah,
it's 4th of July weekend.
It's so good. And then he does a similar thing with the dry and the second one when Jim gets his hand stuck on his, and they have to get it. The ambulance comes.
I'm not going to tell your mother about this one.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell your mom, but he drives him home and he just goes, Eugene Levy goes, you might be Jim or Jimbo or Jimbo Dean to these guys, but there's only two people who know who the real James Emmanuel Levinstein are, son, and we're awful proud of you. And it's like this nice moment, and then 5 seconds, then silence, and then he just goes, "Now don't forget your penis cream."
Eugene Levy is awesome in those movies.
He's so good. He's so good.
Perfect.
But anyway,
perfect Jim's dad.
Oh yeah. But anyway, on that note, everybody have a wonderful holiday. Celebrate responsibly. Don't Jason Pierre-Paul yourself. Keep all your fingers. Keep all your toes.
All of them, please.
Be safe. Back up, Tara.
Tara, back up. That's my thing. Tara, what you doing, Tara? Tara, back it up.
Tara. That I will be sharing that video all day Saturday.
And shout out to King Bagel for the 2 super chats today. You stud. Always, everybody, for hanging. We love you.
Correct. Have a good holiday. Enjoy it. Have fun. It is okay to have pride in this country and not be a piece of shit. Those are 2 separate things. So enjoy the 4th. It's always one of my favorite holidays.
Good barbecue dessert munchkins from Dunkin'. Jesus Christ, Ryan.
I mean, look at it. I will devour munchkins.
Listen, if Ryan invited me to his barbecue, soup,
I would devour
munchkins, dude.
What the hell, man? I would devour some munchkins.
And then Scott's bringing over the green bean casserole, dude. We're fucking raging here.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it. Look at I'm not I love a green bean casserole. Just in the middle of the summer outside the cookout. That's insane work.
While you're sweating,
insane work.
Talking to people that you see
and it's like in a there's like cream of something soup, like that's
cream of mushroom soup.
Yeah, like that's, you don't want to be eating that type of shit out there in the hot. You're gonna be in the bathroom in 30 seconds. Oh my, what are you talking about? Anyway, good Lord. Let the people know where they can find us.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good note to end on. I am Pluggo. You can find me at Pluggo on all social media platforms. You search my face, that pops up with this gentleman every Thursday night for Between Two Beards right here on Love Wrestling. Go to @B2Beards for on socials for what we've got coming up as a show. Saturday, I will be here bright and early at noon to talk the weekend.
On the 4th.
On the 4th, we moved it up. I don't have plans until the afternoon. So we're going to talk, because again, you have to understand, this is a Canadian-based website. Blair's from Canada. They don't celebrate the 4th like we do. But he is gracious enough to move it up so that we can talk the GCW card they're doing around the ballpark show this weekend. They're doing their backyard wrestling thing. We're going to preview both of those cards, get you ready. That'll be noon Saturday. And then I'm with this gentleman on Wednesdays for Dynamite Up over in Body Slam. Yeah, buddy, that's where you see me. And we talked a lot of Dynamite last night in full depth. If you want more analysis, go check that out.
Yeah, if you want a real leaning in on a full Dynamite post show every Wednesday after Dynamite on Body Slam, me, Pluggo, and our old pal Drew Nicholas, we break down Dynamite. So definitely check that out. He told you where you can find me Wednesdays and obviously Thursdays here for the flagship here Between Two Beards. You can also find me Sunday afternoons, noon Eastern. We will be having a show this Sunday, but it will be recorded because it's the 4th of July weekend. So Auntie and I are obviously, it's a hard weekend to record. So we will be releasing a show, but it will be a pre-record, just so you all know.
Ooh.
But Sundays, noon Eastern, Fightful Overbooked, coast to coast with Auntie Collins and myself. And then you can follow me right here. I Twitch and play video games whenever I'm free throughout the week, usually at least, 2 to 4 times a week, depending on my schedule and stuff like that. The College Football 27 just came out today. It's so, I've dabbled in it a little bit. It seems like it's going to be a fun one. So we're diving into that and all that fun stuff. So that's where you can follow me and you can follow us. We appreciate you all we ran a little bit over, but we had to talk some holiday foods. How are we not going to talk about holiday foods?
Yeah, and I had to leave for 5 minutes. So
hey, listen, kid was sick, man. You got to do your dad deeds.
That's right.
Tell him to be sick on Wednesdays next time.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Well, no, we do something on Wednesday. Tell him to be sick on like Tuesday or Friday or something. But no, kidding. Hopefully he's asleep and feeling better.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Have a great holiday weekend. We will see you all next Thursday right here on Love Wrestling at 8 p.m. And until then, you all know the drill. Say hi to Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Have a happy 4th of July.
Yeah, Sue, enjoy yourself, Sue, on the 4th.
Hey there, Plugo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue, and I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you Two Beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, behave yourselves or I'm going to cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer going to get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being fans. Watch yourselves. Knock it off.